What's up, guys? TJ's not here. Waiting for TJ. Tired of waiting for him. Tired of waiting for that rich, shitting son of a bitch, TJ. Just gonna lie without him. I don't have his episode, though. I don't have his part of the episode. So I don't know the dirty history of dental hygiene. Don't have that for you guys. Not until TJ shows up. Which I don't know. When is TJ going to show up? Who knows? Might be a day. Might be a week. Could be 20 minutes. Could be an hour. Who knows? But I was on time. Just know that. I was on time. TJ, regrettably late. Still late. It's 3:14. Still late. Where are you, TJ? Nice AI thumbnail. It's anal hygiene for TJ, not oral. You said it, not me. You said it, not me. Nice try, Scotty's brother. Well, I don't know. I don't know where TJ is. I don't know. So I got some other stuff I had pulled up that I was gonna do with TJ, but who knows what the fuck TJ's even. I mean, is it gonna be a year before TJ shows up? Is it gonna be a month? I don't know. Well, that's a stuff pulled for me and TJ to cover, but let's cover it now. Eventually, this dude's gonna show up. I think, maybe, possibly. Okay, let's see. Got some beautiful things for you guys. Got some terrible things, some beautiful things, some awful things, some funny things, all kinds of things. Loading. Wasn't ready yet, though. I thought TJ was going to be here. But, guys, that's okay. Sometimes you have to understand that life doesn't go the way you plan. You expect TJ to show up on time. You expect him to do certain things, but he doesn't. Why didn't you do it, TJ? Why didn't you do it? Okay. Oh, can't. Let me move that over. I think I'm ready to show you guys the stuff. Let's see. Oh, some comments here. Are you watching Rings of Power? No, not yet. I have. I'm thinking about watching it, but I have not jumped into watching it yet. Oh yeah, you guys playing D&D is very entertaining to do more. I'd like to think we're gonna do more, but I don't. There's no plans right now to do any more, as it stands. TJ should receive 10 lashings as punishment. Dude, we're in complete agreement there. That was a wrestler's name back when I was a kid, Scotty Tuhati. See here. Oh, everyone asks, where's TJ? But a better question, using the Socratic method, what is TJ? Oh, I didn't even think about that. What is TJ? A crazy shaved ape. Let's see here. Share the screen with you guys. Here's TJ. Here's TJ.
What?
Okay.
What?
Started the show without you.
What? What?
No, without you.
What? What?
$500 for the furry Pia Owen episode. Still on the.
I don't know what a PO apostrophe N is.
So you just want us to make a furry episode? Is that what you're saying?
I think they misspelled fury. They want us to make an episode about the furies of war.
Oh shit. Well, I think I've talked to the other guys, but I think it's about time for us to do a patron's choice month for our Patreon. So you might have to spend $500.
Fuck that shit. I say we kill them all.
Kill them all. TJ can't show up on time. Still eating his breakfast. Damn, TJ, what a shame. Damn.
Is TJ under a bridge? Yeah. Top has sprung a leak, and the animals I've trapped. I wonder if Kurt Cobain had any idea when he was writing that. One day this will be the theme song of a Batman movie. Probably.
Not.
I think he
I don't
did.
think so.
I think he probably did, Scotty.
Why would he think that? Why would you think anyone ever would have used?
He was ahead of his time. He knew.
Yeah, that was actually a common thing. People believed about Kurt Cobain that he lived underneath a bridge at one point in his life. He claims to have done it, but really probably more just fucking with people, trying to find
interesting dreams. Yeah. I was drowning in a sea of liquor. No, I don't remember anything I dreamed yesterday. Sorry.
I rarely remember my dreams. You should remember my dreams. It's because I have a zombie dream, and it's not. It's honestly never a terrifying zombie dream. It's like a how do I put it? Like a civilization thing. Like you see it from overhead, and you get to see the events unfold from people's lives and watch them in terror as zombies, attack them. Not me though. I'm fine. If you make the episode, payment will be received on the first of the following month. Oh, come on now. Come now. Like, look, we may be whores, but the whore gets paid first. Not after.
We're whores that get paid up front, goddammit.
Yeah, we're smart like that.
Smart whores.
TJ's Discord. Fuck TJ's Discord.
Yeah, my Discord's cool.
This Discord fucking sucks, dude.
Go to my Discord.
I want to go to your Discord. We don't even have a Discord for this show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because some bald motherfucker was obsessed with taking it down. That's right.
Bald. I don't even know. I guess I've forgotten our old antagonist or whatever.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
Let's put it this way: you did a show with him for years.
Bald. Oh, okay.
Balding.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. Oh, we're not supposed to say that though, but I don't do a show with him anymore, so it doesn't really matter if I say it.
I see.
Yeah. Well, no, the evidence came out that he was instrumental in taking that our Discord down. So.
Oh, I have
there's
no
that.
idea.
Yep.
Why is Scotty always mean to TJ? I don't know. He's just a jerk.
Yeah. So why should I go to your Discord, TJ? What's on your Discord that I would want to see?
I don't know. There's like a bunch of Tajika fans there. It's pretty cool.
Didn't sound very good to me.
It's really good. You'd love it.
Sounds like it'd be kind of terrible, to be honest with you. Like now, if there's a bunch of Scottists, then I might consider going. But Tajika fans, that's just too far.
Winderson?
Yeah. Winderson.
The fuck is that? Hold on. Stupid bullshit. All right, I fixed it.
People call me an attention whore. Whores get paid. I'm attention. Yeah, you're an attention simp. How about that?
Yeah, you can be our simp.
Yeah, attention whore. You're right. Like, where are you making any money off of that? That is a very good point.
Some attention whores make money.
Yeah, you can. TJ looks like an executioner. Yeah, I guess so.
I like it.
Give him the mask. TJ, would you be an executioner if that had been offered to you? Like, let's say it was like, TJ, you committed some crimes in the village, and they're like, look, TJ, either you can die.
TJ, you've shown a proficiency for murder. We want you to be the town executioner.
Well, no, like you've done some fucked up shit, right?
Why would they? If I did, but wouldn't I'd be executed at that point? Why would they make me the executioner? They're just like,
you know what?
Your reward for being a fucking horrible deviant monster is you get to now slaughter people for us. It's like, what?
Isn't that how the state works in principle, anyways?
Is it? Okay. I mean, yeah, I'll take if it's like.
Well, if you need someone to do violence for you,
I mean, if the fucking options are get punished for my crimes or like be an executioner for the state, obviously I'm gonna fucking be an executioner.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying to you though is like, of course, like TJ, when the state wants them to do violence, you think they go pick like some nice people? Like, I have lots of empathy. It's like, look, you're a murderous fuck. Like, there's a need for you in society.
Yeah, you need to kill the other murderous fuck so they keep it in line. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and like you're content because you still get to kill people, but you get to do it, legally.
Yeah, you have to do it for the state.
Yeah, as long as you do it for the state, we don't care.
Yeah. Sure, I guess. I don't know.
I guess it's like other universe Scotty B. So I'm Scotty A, this is Scotty B. Discord sounds like a nightmare. It is.
I mean, it's all right. There's worse. There's more nightmarish places.
Yeah, that's true.
Twitter, for instance.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I barely use Twitter. Like, I only use... Actually, TJ created my Twitter in the first place. Now she's just been banned from it. I almost feel like I'm free of Twitter. It's like, I guess I'll still keep it, but I just don't really care about it. I'm not a big fan of social media. So just I pulled
Social
I pulled some
media.
shit before we get into our topics here.
Uh-huh.
Federal judge grants Trump's special master request to review Mar-a-Lago material. So Trump is special.
Special master.
I think it's good. I mean, look, Trump has always been a special kind of guy, special little guy. So, you know, he wants a special master to review his materials that he took.
Cool.
U.S. District Judge Lean Cannon. That's a damn. I wish I had the last name Cannon.
Yeah, lean cannon.
Has granted former wait a minute. Just kidding. Former President Donald Trump's request for a special master. I just love that.
He's still president. Come on.
Don't say that, TJ. YouTube does not take jokes. Like
Right.
you can't joke on YouTube, TJ. What are you
All
talking about?
content is satire. All content is satire. All content is satire.
Oh shit. Here's 1/5 of your payment.
For what? The furry episode?
He wants us to make the furry episode.
Twitter social arms it says against Freeze Peach.
Freeze Peach. Oh, you're doing the freaking what's his name? What's the guy that I hate?
Steve Jobs. No.
Steve Jobs? You must say Steve Jarbo?
Steve Jarbo, dude.
It's Steve Jarbo. You made the beautiful destruction. Steve Shives.
Steve Shives. Yeah, he used to do the Freeze Peach meme.
Yeah. Hey, Freeze Peach, guys. You know what sucks about him too is that like you made a bunch of shit like I love Star Trek, and I'm like I also love Star Trek, but I can't stand you. So,
his Star Trek videos are actually pretty good, I have to say.
Yeah, I don't like disagree with his videos.
They're not. I mean,
I'm not a fan of him as a person.
Even when he makes bad arguments in his Star Trek videos, they're still like pretty entertaining, and he's like pretty knowledgeable about Star Trek.
No, he certainly.
So I actually will, as much as I hate him, and as much as he's like tried to silence me in the past, I actually do like his Star Trek videos.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. He
must seem like a wet dream to him now compared to like the shit that came after me. He must be looking back at me with like wistful nostalgia, like, I remember when that was the worst guy on here. Oh,
yeah, really, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was with the Andrew Tates of the world.
Yeah, you're like shit's gotten
shit
so
like
much worse.
Matt Walsh, the rise of like Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire organization, Jordan Peterson. Like they must look at you like, yeah, you're right. They must be like the wistful, like sit by the fire, like, remember this? This is about the worst that it got.
Long time ago, didn't really get much worse than that fucking obnoxious douchebag, the Amazing Atheist. Little did we know what was in store.
Yeah, if only we knew. Oh well. So let's see. The decision was expected last weekend. The judge said she was inclined to grant Trump's request, and a hearing on the matter took place last Thursday. At the hearing, the Justice Department laid out an argument against the special master. I love this special master.
Obey your master.
And signaled it was likely to appeal such a ruling. Cannon, a Trump appointee, shocking, cited in her order on Monday that the need to ensure that, quote, the appearance of fairness and integrity under the extraordinary circumstances presented. A special master is an independent third party, typically an attorney appointed.
I've heard a bunch of legal minds yammer on about this, and like pretty much no one thought he was going to get this stupid special master thing. They all said it was basically like a ridiculous fucking notion, and like the idea that he would like even file for that was absurd. And now here one of his like little appointees is like giving it to him. So
I mean, no shock there.
Yeah, but this is on like legal shaky ground, from what I understand as a fucking layman.
Well, they're going to appeal it, of course, too. But so as of now, a special master is an independent third party, typically an attorney appointed by the judge to review materials seized in a search for anything that may be protected from investigation by attorney-client privilege or executive privilege, as Trump is claiming. So the problem with Trump is because Trump has enough resources where like any legal proceeding with Trump is going to be dragged out forever. Like his tax return thing, they just came to a settlement on, and Trump finally agreed not to appeal. I think he appealed not the ruling, but the appealing of the ruling. You know what I mean? So it's literally like a appeal inception, where it's like it's just gone further and further down, where he finally settled his like tax shit, where it's like, okay, because obviously they want to look at his tax stuff, so it could be leaked. Let's be honest, they want to leak it to people.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's really
why is he trying so hard to keep it from the public eye? You know, like what's
he didn't
in
pay
there?
shit in taxes. You know
I feel like it has to be something worse than that, because like of the amount of fuck. Because like he would have just been like, I mean, if it was just like he didn't pay much in taxes, he would just go out and be like, "Yeah, I'm great at playing the system, y'all. See."
I think maybe he wants to show that he didn't make a bunch of money. So maybe
I'm thinking that maybe it shows that he's way broker than people think, because that would
that
be the
could be
one
true.
thing that to me is like the one thing he would probably not want people to know, because he wants to project this air of like, I am the richest, I am the most powerful, blah blah blah.
Well, yeah, if you look where Trump lives and like the image he presents to people, it's one of being super wealthy.
Because
And
he claims to be a billionaire, and there's been people who have like questioned whether or not Trump is actually a billionaire. You know, he might just be 100 millionaire. And if that's the case, then that's like an embarrassment for him. You know.
So let's see here. The judge also ordered the government to cease any review or use of the materials for its criminal investigation. So yeah, delaying it even further until the special master review is completed. Which how long will that take?
Special master.
I'm special. I'm real special.
I'm your special master.
But Cannon said the intelligence community may continue to review it to determine potential national security risks from the
special master really is a dorky designation, you know. It
I'm a special master.
It sounds like something that would be like in Dungeons and Dragons or some fucking shit like that.
Cannon set a deadline of Friday, September 9th for the two parties to submit a joint filing with a list of proposed candidates to be named special master and a detailed proposal to establish the duties and limits of the special master, as well as schedule for the review and compensation. Here's your part, TJ. Legal experts have told NPR they're requesting a special master is another attempt from Trump to undermine the work of the Justice Department and question their integrity. But others have argued it will be just another procedural loophole the department has to go through during the investigation into the documents.
This seems like it's nothing more than the Trump administration like trying to throw like roadblocks in this fucking investigation. And here's one.
Oh, and you know the thing is,
here's a speed bump. I didn't mean roadblock really. I meant more like speed bump. It's just meant to slow them down a little bit, give them more time to fucking rally their fucking forces together and shit.
Well, that's the thing too, is that almost and no one else would be afforded this level of deference, but Trump's going to get every level of deference possible. You know, it's like even when shit is going against him, okay, you can have this thing. Oh, okay, you can have this other thing, and it's just going to drag on endlessly because Trump's probably hoping like, hey, if I can drag this out long enough, I can be elected president, and then all this goes away. Because I mean, at that point, they're not going to do anything to him if he's reelected in his mind, or someone that's a political ally of his is elected. You know, they're not going to Trump's not going to go to jail. You know what I mean? So a lot of people now have this boner. I see the Trump jail boner coming back. It's like, oh, Trump's going to go to jail. Trump's going to go to jail. I'm like, believe me, I agree with you. Trump should be in jail.
I'm like, but you know what I'm gonna do is like,
I'm not optimistic.
I'm not gonna fucking go for the jail thing. I'm just like, I'm just gonna imagine the public execution. That's where I'm gonna be. And then if he goes to jail, that way, you know, that way he actually will go to jail. Because if I wanted him to go to jail, it'll never happen. But if I want him to be executed in the public square on national TV, then he'll just go to jail. So that's why. That's why you got to think big.
The guillotine for Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
Trump and the guillotine.
On Friday, Ken unsealed a list of FBI items seized from the former president's Mar-a-Lago home during a court-authorized search last month. Previous documents filed in court by the Department of Justice revealed that Trump was holding several classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. And the DOJ has raised questions on whether Trump and his team attempted to obstruct justice by concealing or removing some documents authorities wanted.
Satire content is satire. I can say that. There's nothing wrong with me saying that I want to see Trump tried in a court of law, convicted of treason, and then executed.
Isn't that the penalty for treason? Or one of them?
Yeah. So I mean, like, I'm
not
fucking advocating for some extra legal shit to happen. I want the legal system to recognize the crimes committed by Donald Trump and hold him accountable via execution. There's no threat implied in that. There's no fucking, it's not a me like saying violence is good or whatever.
Yeah, you're not saying that you want a mob to grab Trump and do it.
Right.
You're saying
I'm not saying I want any extra legal thing to happen. I'm not advocating for anything that's against the law.
Aren't you against the death penalty though? Or is Trump an exception to that for you?
I mean, you know, I'm not. I mean, I might be against it. I'll fucking cry a sad little tear on the day that it happens. You know.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah. As the guillotine blade comes down, and Trump's head goes fucking gets lobbed off rolls into the basket, and well, no, we're just gonna roll into the streets. We're just gonna do it on a street. But when that happens, you're gonna look at my face, Scotty, and you know what you're gonna see? You're gonna see a tear rolling down because I'm against the death penalty.
Yeah, whatever, TJ. I'm sure.
You know, I'm gonna be like, we shouldn't have done this, y'all. You know,
we done bad.
It's gonna be a sad day.
We done real bad.
We made the wrong choice. Oh well. Then I'm gonna go eat some waffles.
That sounds like a true American thing to do. Apparently, these people in this other country called the United Kingdom, whatever, they have a new.
I've heard of that. Yeah. What is that?
Like, we have a new puppet over there. Liz Truss.
Cool. Yeah, Liz Truss, huh?
Vote to be the next British Prime Minister. Which, I mean, that's like.
Is she hot?
I don't know.
Is she hot?
Isn't that subjective?
No.
It isn't?
No.
How's it not?
Because either she's hot or she's not, Scott.
Hot or not?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll look up a picture of her in a minute, TJ. That's the
I'll look it up since you're fucking obviously not gonna fucking do the due diligence and research that needs to be done.
Liz Truss will become Britain's next prime minister after winning a leadership race. So this is why you guys are confusing. For the governing Conservative Party on Monday, vowing to press ahead with promised tax cuts. Oh, that's good. Trickle down economics totally works, guys. Trust us.
She's like not hot, but she's not hot.
She's in the middle.
She's like an older looking lady, but she looks good for her age, I think.
Okay.
And you know, she's fuckable.
The only Senate TJ uses for politicians. Would I hit it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. It seems hit worthy. She's not like gorgeous or anything. She looks like a pretty normal lady, but
oh, it's not onion nuggets. We're just we're covering different things. We still have our topics, of course.
Yeah, we're gonna cover this shit for a minute because it's just like the big news of the day and stuff. So I guess it's kind of like clickbaity or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Even though we don't even mention it in the thumbnail, so it's not like it's really gonna do much for us, I guess. But whatever, you know.
I'll probably go in the title.
Yeah, Scotty's gonna SEO this shit afterwards.
Vowing to press ahead and promise tax cuts. Okay, so they're gonna let's see. Action to tackle a deepening energy and cost of living crisis. Oh, I'm sure the government's gonna solve it, guys. No need to worry about that.
TJ, have some self-respect, dude. What? So you're saying she's like some unfuckable hag? Like what? She's like a normal looking lady.
I guess that's what they're saying.
She looks fine. I mean, she's not like some gorgeous fucking like you wouldn't cream in your pants.
I'd smash.
She's definitely worth fucking mounting and fucking pumping some fucking sperm into. I don't know. What? Speaking of guillotines, you guys should definitely check out the death penalty episode after this. Yeah, you should. We got a good ass episode on the death penalty.
Most like
she's all right, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said.
So TJ, after weeks of often bad-tempered, divisive leadership contests, Truss, currently the foreign minister and the favorite to win, beat former finance minister Rishi Sunak. It's almost like a Star Trek character. In a vote of Conservative Party members, winning by 81,326 votes to 60,000. Whoa, dude, you guys' elections are decided by that little number?
What?
I guess only Conservative Party members get to vote on this shit, dude. That's how anti-democratic these Brits are, TJ.
Yeah, their system is like weird and stuff, but who cares?
Yeah, I mean, like they're a vassal to us.
Yeah,
anyways,
it's like
dude.
It's just like they get to elect who their representative is when they come and beg us for shit. Like, who gives a shit? It really doesn't matter much.
I mean, the whole world's collapsed anyway, so I mean, that doesn't really matter.
Joe Biden, you know who's their real leader is fucking Joe Biden. Okay,
you think Joe Biden's their leader?
Yeah, like whoever the American president is the leader of the UK too. Because
you guys should definitely lobby us. You know, more than you should be bothered with your leaders.
And the only other fucking choices they have is they can go fucking suck China's dick or they can suck Russia's dick.
She looks like a Chucky doll. Yeah, I don't think you guys want to do that either. I mean, the China dick, I mean, that comes with, I mean, the dick in your mouth also comes with the dick in your ass.
She does not look like a fucking Chucky doll. I'm looking at pictures of this bitch. She don't look a goddamn thing like Chucky.
Ha ha ha.
She don't look like goddamn Chucky.
I will deliver a bold plan to cut taxes and grow our economy. Guys, we've tried that in America. It doesn't work. Trump said after the results was announced.
What did she say? It's like austerity measures or something.
Basically, she's gonna cut taxes and economic growth.
Oh well, that's just typical fucking right wing bullshit.
Yeah.
They
Look,
always think
taxes
that's
are
gonna
cut
do
for the
something.
rich, and suddenly you'll be better off.
I mean, like they do it every fucking time they get in power, and it never does anything.
Well, it does stuff for their bottom line for the rich.
Right.
People.
I mean, it does something for the rich people that they fucking serve. It doesn't do anything for the country at large.
Yeah, the average citizen in the UK is probably going to save like 100
Whenever I hear a
pounds on
politician
tax.
talk about cutting taxes, I always fucking just think like, you know, Shmeen, you know,
the new Margaret Thatcher, perhaps. So let's see. I would deliver on the energy crisis, dealing with people's energy bills, but also dealing with long-term issues we have on energy supply. Okay, so that sounds like the government's going to do nothing for you on that.
Who gives a fuck?
So trust takes over as the country faces a crunch on household finances.
How the fuck are you still goddamn fizzling, by the way? You're still fizzling over there. I still see that fucking shit going bzz, bzz, bzz.
I'm not.
I've told you 12 million times.
Dude, you're on drugs, TJ.
You need to fix this goddamn problem. It's driving me nuts. How do you
TJ,
fucking stand it?
It's not even. What are you even talking about?
How do you stand it?
TJ, I don't even understand what you're talking about, dude.
You're a fucking psychopath.
Dude, TJ, you're crazy, man. I'm sorry, you're crazy.
You're a psycho. You don't understand life.
Unrest, a recession, and war in Europe, TJ, where Britain has been lead backer of the Ukraine.
Oh my God, who cares? Why do we keep pretending? Can we stop? We've given these people enough fucking pretend care about their fucking stupid bullshit country. I mean, enough.
Well, TJ, I'm just trying to look. I'm trying to make you a more worldly person, TJ. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's bouncing off you, man. How about something truly beautiful?
Brendan Fraser sheds tear for a standing ovation at the premiere of his comeback role. Thank God. Good old Brendan Fraser, man.
Actor Brendan Fraser received a 6-minute standing ovation Sunday night at the Venice Film Festival.
This brought a tear to my eye as well, you know, because I was rooting for Brendan Fraser. Now I live with fucking Chelsea, who is a Brendan Fraser like hater for some reason.
Really? Chelsea hates Brendan Fraser?
Yeah, she's like, he's a terrible actor. And maybe he is, honestly, now that I really think about it. But he's fucking, I don't know. Brendan Fraser's just a likable goddamn dude. And I wish him the best. She's the only person I've ever met that's like that.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone else say that.
I don't know who that looked like Brendan Fraser hurt her. But that's the only explanation.
That's probably what happened, dude.
Some Brendan Fraser lookalike was mean.
Was in the world premiere of The Whale, a movie in which he plays the lead character Charlie, an English teacher reconnecting with his teenage daughter. Fraser was preparing to exit the stage when audience members and people on stage alongside him began a round of applause, and he appeared to be in tears at the response. I haven't seen these yet, so I gotta take a look at that.
Those Twitter windows those Twitter things never like the full screen, dude.
All right, let's see if we can.
They never like to be full screen.
Verify my email address. Oh, I think not.
Don't do it, dude.
I think not. Sorry,
guys.
Don't
fucking do it.
Dude, even winded taking a bucking bow. How beautiful.
Yeah, fat Brendan Fraser, man. Go look at him when he did George of the Jungle. He's like so fucking like muscular and shit. He really got in good shape to play George of the Jungle.
Oh, look, poor Brendan. A tear in his eye.
I mean, like, he's been like on the outside looking in for like more than a decade at this point. So yeah, like getting back into that fold after all that time, it's got to be nice.
Let's see. I'll look it up. George. Which came out on my birthday one year.
Did you know it was even more fucking wholesome is that kid playing the drums or whatever the fuck, the Foo Fighters drummer that died.
Oh, Taylor Hawkins. Right?
Yeah, like his kid like played a fucking set with the band or something, and it was like really like emotional and shit. It was like you could tell it was like cathartic. That kid played the shit out of them drums too. It was cool.
Oh shit, dude, you ain't kidding.
What?
I mean, for where he is now.
Oh yeah, I mean he was fucking. I mean he was crazy.
1997.
Yeah, he got fucking jacked for that role. Like he got cut.
And now.
Yeah, he's a big old frump. He's a frumpa-dump now.
Well,
At least he can look back on a day that he wasn't, though. Like, for me, you know, unless I get in shape, which I've been trying real hard, but my resolve fucking ebbs and flows, you know?
why does it
Yeah.
ebb and flow, TJ?
What? Why?
Why does
Or
it ebb and
how?
flow?
I don't
Why,
know.
TJ? Why?
I'm not sure.
I
I love the first Mummy is pretty good. I would watch it again. I've not. I remember I did not really care for like the follow-up movie that much.
I like the Mummy 1 and the Mummy 2. The Mummy 3 is dog shit.
The Jade Emperor, or the Dragon King.
Yeah,
or
that
whatever
one
the fuck
is
bullshit. I'm not into
Basically
it.
unwatchable.
I don't want no damn. Can I be racist? I don't want no damn Asian mummy. All right, fuck off with that bullshit. The mummy is an Egyptian fucking wrapped in toilet paper. Okay.
So
I don't
imagine
need
what
this.
happened if you rode a roller coaster, TJ, and got stuck.
Oh my god, I would not like that. There's like no sound and stuff. Never mind.
Stuck on a ride.
Oh my god,
A ride at
dude.
Six Flags, and this is how Deed acted.
I can't do anything, dude.
Shut up.
Don't do it. Don't do it, bro.
I'm stuck! Hey! God damn it!
They know the ride's stuck.
I think he's trying to get out.
He is. That's such
Like,
a bad idea. What if the
He's
ride starts
like,
moving?
what are you doing? He's like, I'm stuck. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to fucking get up. Even if the ride gets stuck, you don't like get up and start like trying to like get out yourself. Okay.
Yeah, it's so ill-advised because when the ride
Why'd they
starts back
stop
up,
it? They didn't stop it, dude. It's fucking it got stuck. Can you not read? It says got stuck on a ride at Six Flags. That's what's going on. They didn't stop it. It's not
well,
like
he's high
ooh.
up. So obviously they're at the top of the hill here. So he's like
Right.
looking down. He just can't handle it.
Hurry the fuck up! Hurry up! Hurry up! I'm about to have a heart attack!
Shut
not.
up, dude. Just sit down and shut the fuck up. Just calm down.
Chill out, bro.
Quit being a little fucking baby. I get it. It's not a great place to be and stuff, but like, oh my god, he's out. He's getting out.
Stop it! No! I am stuck! I am stuck!
God, you made it so much worse, dude.
What are you doing? Oh my god.
Like I'm fucking.
I guarantee he was kicked out of Six Flags.
Dude, that guy should be fucking whatever.
He should be launched.
He should be whatever, dude. I don't know. He should be washed in the blood of the lamb.
Last
be
thing I have
saved.
here, TJ, is our good buddy Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Mocks and kicks French journalists out after refusing to answer their questions during an interview.
Cool.
And it goes about how you would expect Alex Jones to treat someone who's French.
You're full of crap.
What? I am what? I am
You're
what?
full of crap. Want to fight? You're a big tough guy?
Fight.
Go ahead. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Is this a joke?
Hey, what I'm telling you is,
Honestly, okay. The interview. I have been waiting.
You want to fight? You want to fight me, TJ? I love this kind of shit, dude.
Dude, man. Oh, I wish Alex Jones would say that to me.
I rewatched The Mummy recently. I was surprised
Dude,
to
you
see how
remember
many
when that
practical
guy
effects.
fucking
That's good.
remember when that guy fucking came up to me at fucking God damn it, Universal Studios or whatever the fuck.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you want to fight? I'm like, I just said yes and punched him in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be fucking. If I was in that French dude's position, when Alex Jones like want to fight, I just do the same fucking shit. Just be like yes, and then just jumped across that table, started wailing on his ass. Now maybe he'd win the fight. I don't know, but I don't care because he'd never fucking use that rhetorical again.
Is that his lawyer? Yes, that's Alex Jones' lawyer sitting next to him.
Alex Jones's lawyer looks like Vince Vega's dad. I rewatched The Mummy recently. I was surprised how many practical effects were used in it, along with CGI. 23 years later, so yeah, like special effects have definitely gotten worse over the last few decades. Yeah,
Well, there used to be like a mixture. A lot of 90s, early 2000s.
I mean, a lot
like,
of things still have a mix. You know what? Had a great mix of practical and CGI.
What?
Sandman.
Yeah, it did have a good mixture of that. I mean, not. I mean, like
I still don't know if there's
Star
gonna
Wars
be a
movies
season
did.
2, but you know, yeah, the new Star Wars movies. Say what you want about their quality, awful, but there was a lot of practical.
Yeah,
There
J.J.
was a lot of
Abrams
CG
got that
too.
right. He basically built a lot of sets built and stuff. So I mean, a lot of stuff did look true to life.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really deny that. I think by the time the third one came out, they did do more CG shit though. It looked really.
I'll tell you
bad.
what, Disney definitely has done like the right stuff by a lot of those special effects and made the right investments in that. I really can't criticize them for that.
I mean, a lot of you got to.
For their big properties.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of horror stories that have come out about like the CGI artists working for Marvel having like very, very, very like limited time to do the work they need to do and like huge workloads and stuff.
Oh yeah, actually, part of my evil corporations part of this episode, we're actually gonna talk about some shit Disney did.
Oh yeah, well Disney is definitely an evil corporation.
Oh yeah, they'll be featured probably throughout the series as long as they do it.
He is going live. Who is?
TJ just finished. Oh, cool.
Just finished the Douchebag Bible. Loved it. Cool. Well, I'm working on 2 new books right now. I'm working on a novel called Sexbot Uprising, and I'm working on a book about why I should be appointed ruler of the earth. And I haven't a title for that yet. But yeah.
No one said.
So you do not want to answer our questions, that's okay.
This
Just
no
no
one-
one, and we will go.
No one said
No one.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Suckle
We're
blue.
under German control.
If it was what?
German
Most of
control.
America under German control. I under EU control.
Oh, okay.
This guy keeps fucking trying to like get his papers right, you know. He's just like, you know,
Well,
like, dude, have some self-respect and either fucking tell Alex Jones to go fuck himself and kick him in his fucking face, or just like walk out of the room.
Because he wants the interview. No matter what he's saying, he's probably actually was thrilled that Alex Jones had this reaction.
Also, light speed collisions are cool as fuck, dude. I have to say, I don't know why so many people shit on that particular scene or concept, because that was easily one of the coolest, most memorable scenes in that fucking shitty trilogy. Like, it should have been Admiral Akbar doing it instead of Admiral Pink Hair bullshit that they threw in to, like, I'm this character that comes out of nowhere and gets this, like, noble sacrifice moment while this established character of Admiral Akbar is just kind of, like, killed unceremoniously off screen. Like, that should have been his moment. But other than that, that was a fucking cool ass fucking scene. So I don't give a fuck. Like, that scene was cool and it looked very visually unique. I'd never seen a scene like that before. It was probably the best fucking, I mean, honestly, it was the best moment of the fucking sequel trilogy. Let's be fucking real.
Nah, dude, the best moment was when the little kid had the broom and it was like, hey.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, you
I've
can
got
be
the
a
Force.
Jedi too. It's like, I
Yeah.
get it. I get what you're trying to say and stuff, but you know, that ain't what Star Wars is about, bro.
Dude. Yeah, no, being a Jedi
Ryan
was not
Johnson,
supposed to
like,
do
he just
that.
doesn't get he just didn't get Star Wars.
Yeah, he gets other things. but he
J.J.
doesn't
Abrams
get
gets Star Wars on like a fucking dumbass 10-year-old kid level. Ryan Johnson just plain doesn't get it. George Lucas used to get it, but fucking lost the fucking thread.
I feel like J.J. Abrams really understood Star Trek better than he ever did Star Wars.
Jean Favreau gets fucking Star Wars, in my opinion.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not going to let him direct.
But by the time they let him fucking have any creative control over anything, like they'd already raped it to death. It was like a corpse by the time he did it. The Mandalorian was fun to watch and stuff, but like,
Came here. We're supposed to do.
We came here
I
to
say
give
this
you
morning.
the vision of George Soros, and now you're mad.
Okay.
go, just get up and walk away.
And we're done. Because you
Yes.
regurgitate.
Yeah, Alex, don't do it.
Get up and walk away.
Your Islamic caliphate
What?
with all the cars.
Alex Jones looks horrible, dude. Dude, he looks bad. Look how fucking he is so fat right now.
Dude, Alex, you need to go on a diet, man.
Alex, you're looking rough, bro.
I mean, you're rich too. Like, I know you're going through like, a lot of shit. Like,
You
you're
look
probably,
pregnant.
you know, Alex is eating his problems away.
Yeah, like, I know you got some issues right now, buddy. I know you got some legal issues that are thorny and stuff, but like, food is not the answer, you know?
Yeah, I can only do so much for you.
You gotta, like, I don't know, you need to go into a little bit more of a calorie deficit. Maybe like do some cardio or something. Hop on that treadmill for like 20 minutes a day and eat some fucking, like, just plan out your meals. Be like, I'm gonna eat some oatmeal in the morning. I'll eat a fucking sandwich for lunch, and I'll eat like a fucking like vegetarian chili for dinner or something. Maybe have a little protein shake to get your macros right at the end of the day. But you need to bang out some treadmill time. You look like you're already doing some lifting. Your arms do look pretty respectable, but man, your fucking belly. That's a big old fucking
His
belly.
torso is just all fat, dude, at this point.
Just say so.
Hail Allah, blah, 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 blah.
You know,
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
yes, sir. I'm not.
It's just the mentality of like a 12-year-old.
You just can't believe it's like the French dude is just like, I can't believe this like grown man is acting like a little baby.
I know.
And he just doesn't know what to do about it because he's like, I've never thought I would have to deal with someone who's like acting this way.
I don't know, dude.
It's just like
Blah,
ridiculous.
blah, blah, blah,
Insulting by people like
blah,
that.
blah, 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 blah,
Ouais, laisse tomber,
blah.
on y va.
I'm sorry, it's more like
Thank you so
Allah,
much.
Mahela, Allah, Imani, Allah, Allah. Would you rather call to prayer? Is that better for your French?
Thank you for your time.
French call to prayer.
Thank you for your time.
God bless Islam.
God bless
Come on,
Islam.
Alex.
All right, time to go, buddy.
Oh, Joe's lawyer has to lead him out.
Hail
Oh,
Iran.
damn.
Hail
Oh, go
the
back to
new
that
Islam.
gut shot, dude.
Hail the Republic of
Go
France
back.
for Islam. The new caliphate.
Oh, God, dude. Dude, Alex Jones was sucking it in.
You wish a caliphate was like, yeah, dude, look at him. When does it due, Alex?
Oh,
When's
yeah,
the
dude. He
baby
was sucking
coming?
it in back there. You can totally tell now.
Hey,
Dude, you know, remember you were drunk and you like slapped my belly for some reason? You like, no, you didn't slap it. You like grabbed my belly
I grabbed it.
and you were like, yeah, you've always been fat. And then like the next day I had all those like marks on my stomach because you were fucking way rough. And then like, I want you to do that to Alex Jones. I want to introduce drunk Scotty to Alex Jones and have him like do that kind of shit. I want
Oh
Alex
my
Jones to
God.
wake up. Oh my God. Maybe Alex Jones is drunk. Maybe he's like a fucking major drinker. Maybe everything he fucking drinks, maybe that little thing there is full of fucking vodka.
If you didn't want to
Hail
do the
the new
interview, you should
Islamic
have, if
France.
you did not want to do the interview, you should just have said so.
Hail
This
the
morning
new
you knew what you were
Islamic
going to talk
Republic of
about.
France.
You came to do the
Hail the
interview.
new
You're not
Islamic
doing it.
Republic of France. Hail the new Islamic Republic of France. Hail the new Islamic Republic of France. Hail the new Islamic Republic of
Just
France.
walk
go.
out, dude.
Hail the new
Just
Islamic-
go away.
This is okay.
Hail the new
This is
Islamic
okay.
Republic of France.
Why are you asking the security guard if it's okay?
Hail the new Islamic Republic of France.
I will live.
Hail the new Islamic Republic of France.
Shut up, Alex.
Islamic Republic of France.
What is this,
Hail
Alex?
the new Islamic Republic of France.
I've never seen.
Bullshit, motherfucker. Fuck off.
Wow.
Dude, Alex Jones at this point, just like
What a geek.
He really has. He has all this money, and the
What
only
a
people left around him are
big,
just these
fat,
yes men.
dumb, geeky bitch. Dude, I'd kick
Oh.
his fucking ass.
God, dude, that's just.
I'd
Wow.
kick his fucking ass. I don't care. That security guard will come fucking whoop my ass. But I'm gonna fucking get a lick in or two. Like, come on. That's
Dude,
so,
Alex Jones is a total fucking troll too, because you know he had that guy. The guy probably
That's
came all
why
the way
I
from
mean, like, I
fucking
just, like,
France.
I
just to
can't
be
believe that
rejected.
dude fucking sat there. Like, you, if like, Alex Jones starts acting like a baby, either kick his ass or leave. Don't stand there and be like, oh, what
this
I cannot believe you acted this way. Blah, blah. All right, whatever. What is this ain't a news show? Get your damn research going or mine. What are we doing first?
Yours, dude.
All right, fine. Fine then. Let me pull up the fucking what the fuck's the damn document? Whatever, I
Oh,
got it.
Let's see. That's
Hold
your
up.
document.
Hold up, Scotty. Fucking jerk.
What are you
You're
mad at me
very
for?
rude. You're a rude
Nothing.
pig. You're a rude little fucking pig, Scotty.
You're a rude little pig.
Uh-oh. The hell's this? That's not what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. All right. Let's do this shit, Scotty.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Mine is about dental hygiene, Scotty.
So something you know nothing about.
Whatever, Scotty. I don't what? I know a little something, Scotty. I know a little something. All right?
Ah, okay. What do you know?
So last night I wrote to my slave Peyton.
Peyton?
Yeah, and I asked him like, "Yo, Peyton, you got like an episode ready for me?" And to my shock and disgust, he told me, "Oh, sir, I asked you if you needed me to research an episode, but you just kept repeating the word spaghetti over and over again."
Did you repeat the word spaghetti over and over again?
I mean, you know, I can't fucking confirm. nor
Dude, you
deny
did,
whatever.
man. I I don't even trust Peyton, but I fucking trust him enough that that's probably what
So I
happened.
inquired with Peyton. It's like, yeah. Peyton, I know my business, all right? I don't need you to fucking sit here and tell me what I did. I don't need a fucking goddamn recounting of my fucking heroic deeds, okay? Have you an episode for me or have you not? And he told me he didn't.
Pathetic, dude.
He further told me that he had no time, quote unquote, to pull one now.
What?
Yeah. I asked
No
him this
time
shit.
to pull one?
Yeah, like what the fuck? What are you doing? Like you're fucking some in-demand motherfucker or something. And he's getting me all these apologies. I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, get out of here. You're fucking sorry. I don't need that shit. I need a
Take
goddamn
your
episode.
sorry and shove it up your ass.
Yeah. Sorry and a goddamn turd is worth a turd. Fuck you. So disgusted, I fucking bid his ass adieu.
You do?
I told him fucking long live the Islamic fucking Caliphate of France or whatever. I told him to piss off. And then, so I tried. At that point, I was like, okay, I need to find some other fucking nerd to make an episode for me. But I couldn't find one. It was like way too short of a time period to find one, right?
That's true.
So, yeah, I didn't have time. So I was like, well, I guess I'm going to have to like do my own episode and stuff.
Oh, is that you sweating right there?
Yeah, that's like my reaction to the realization that I was going to have to like pull my own research.
Oh, shit.
But I was like, you know what? It's not a big deal. I'm a smart boy. I can make my own episode. It's no big deal. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, you know. So then I went to Waffle House and I like ate some like waffles and stuff.
That was about the best decision you made.
And then I got like pretty sick because I ate way too much at Waffle House. I got like a double order of hash browns and I feel like they gave me more like a triple order.
Oh, shit. You haven't been eating a bunch of greasy food, have you?
Not really.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I've had like a fucking, I've been eating, I fucking kind of fell off the wagon for the last 2 days. But yeah, that was definitely like the culmination of like, I need to fucking get back on course and shit. But so I went to that Waffle House, ate that shit. And then I was like, I went and watched some Rick and Morty and stuff because the new Rick and Morty came out.
Did
Pretty
it?
good. Yeah, pretty good, by the way.
New season or the
Yeah. They've introduced evil Rick, dude. I know that kind of sounds ridiculous because Rick is already pretty evil, but like
honestly, I thought of Rick Sanchez more as a chaotic character as opposed to an evil character.
well, now they got like evil Rick or whatever the fuck.
How did I not hear there's a new season of Rick and Morty out?
I don't know. You're just stupid.
What the fuck? Dude, you're lying to me.
I'm not. I watched it last night, bitch.
Rick and Morty, would it be season 6?
Season 6, bro.
What the fuck, dude? Why was I not told about this?
Yeah. And then I like I fucked around on Twitter. And then I went on my Discord and fucked around on there. And then I like, you know, I watched a bunch of other crap too. And then I was like, oh shit, it's like 3 a.m. now. I better like do this research and stuff.
You still didn't have shit done, did you?
Right. So then I was like trying to figure out a topic. And I knew you were doing evil corporations, so I thought, you know, dental hygiene. Yeah.
How did that? So what? Why?
Because you're doing evil corporations, so I figured, like, what's the opposite, right? Dental hygiene.
Why is it the opposite?
Because the opposite of evil is dental, and the opposite of corporations is hygiene. So, ergo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but you know, it's just above my
it
pay
makes
grade.
sense. It makes sense to me. You know, I mean, like, you're not supposed to get it, okay?
Yeah, that's above my pay grade or something.
People
TJ,
like you. I mean, like, you know, you're the afterbirth, Scotty. You know?
Yeah, that must be. You must think too abstractly for me, dude.
Right. So, hunter-gatherers, okay? You would probably imagine that hunter-gatherers had really shitty teeth. But you'd be wrong.
They had great look. They had great teeth, tremendous teeth. TJ.
They did. They did actually.
They did. Yeah, but
The
well, they didn't
earliest, the earliest humans had a much easier time preventing plaque without needing to actively clean their teeth because the foods they ate were more fibrous
and crunchy
and cleaned the teeth as they ate. They didn't have much sugars or starches to contribute to plaque buildup. A study published in Nature Genetics investigated calcified plaque on ancient teeth from 34 prehistoric human skeletons. The researchers found that as diets changed over time, so did the composition of oral bacteria, disease-causing bacteria became stronger and more prevalent as the diet shifted from hunter-gatherer foods to farmed foods. The bad bacteria used carbohydrates to beat back more friendly bacteria in the mouth. During the Industrial Revolution, the introduction of processed flour and sugar made things even more damaging. So, yeah, your teeth back in the hunter-gatherer days were actually much more. You had a much healthier baseline of teeth. Now, granted, it's still true that if you had problems, there was not great ways to deal with those problems, but you were much less likely to have those problems because your mouth wasn't riddled with plaque the way that it is now because there weren't processed starches and sugars,
Which a lot of people eat. So essentially, you're saying it's our diet.
There's an episode out. Damn, Evil Rick. Thanks for the spoilers. It's not a spoiler. Fuck off. You already knew who Evil Rick was. He was already like, it's the fucking Rick that fucking killed Rick's family and shit. Yeah. It's that guy.
Oh, shit. Well, I know I'm doing after this episode now. Fuck.
Yeah, Grease Trap.
No, actually, you'll be doing that, and I'll be watching Rick and Morty season 6.
No. Fuck off. No.
That's fine. I'll be here, but my TV's going to be turned on. I'll be like, yeah, what he said.
So I was kind of like, my original intent when I started doing this research was I wanted to like go over like all the fucked up like dental surgeries and stuff and talk about the horrors of that. But I kind of like went a different direction with it. And I started kind of like looking more at like the stuff we use now, like toothbrushes and shit. And so I started thinking about like, what are like some of the earliest examples of, stuff people use to clean their teeth. And human beings have always been, it's like cleaning your teeth is not a new thing. Like human beings have always kind of like had a fastidiousness about this. Fastidiousness. So this dude here is fucking Hippocrates. Remember when your stupid friend Matt was like, did you know there was actually a Greek philosopher called Hippocrates? And we were like, that's pronounced Hippocrates, and he wasn't a philosopher, he was a doctor. And Matt was like, oh.
Well,
yeah.
That's Matt. I mean, what else can I say?
So this dude, some of the earliest tooth cleaning artifacts were ancient toothpicks, dental tools, and written tooth care descriptions that date back more than 2,500 years. This is the famous Greek doctor Hippocrates. He was one of the first people to recommend cleaning your teeth with, which was basically a toothpaste of the time. It was a dentifrice powder. Dentifrice? I don't know how to pronounce it.
What was it made of?
We'll get into that a little later.
Okay.
But there was a lot of stuff they made it out of. Most of it pretty gross by modern standards, but we'll get more into like the toothpaste stuff in a bit. We have like a whole little history of toothpaste section. So in ancient Chinese and Egyptian texts advised cleaning your teeth with they advised cleaning them to like remove decay and help with health and shit. Just the same reason you would do it today. So some of the early techniques in these cultures included chewing on bark or sticks with frayed ends. They would also use feathers, fish bones, and porcupine quills for like for picking between teeth. But yeah, like chewing, like one of the things they did was they chewed a lot of bark or sticks and stuff to kind of like get that like stuff in between, and like they would kind of like get the frayed edges and like rub their teeth with the frayed edges of like the wood.
Makes sense. So basically physical removal of like plaque and other shit that was stuck.
Right. They're trying to get the fucking plaque and their gunk off their fucking teeth, right?
Because you can feel like there's like a bio film that comes over your teeth after a certain amount of time. So you can definitely feel like, oh, my teeth are funky. You know what I mean?
Right. And if you were like rich and stuff, you could get certain metals like silver or like precious stones like jade and, stuff like that to like repair or decorate your teeth. We think of like rappers and their bling and stuff as being like new, but it's not either.
I've got jade teeth. Oh, look at that rich guy. His jade teeth.
I actually missed one here. Hold on. I got to pull an image.
I got to pull an image.
Damn it. Fouchard. Oops. What the fuck happened?
How dare you, TJ? I'm putting you on. I can feature you with this
right,
solo layout.
Cool.
Everyone look at TJ. Why did you not pull the image, TJ? Why? Why, God? Why?
Got it. Okay, here we go.
All right.
So this dude here is Pierre Fouchard. This dude is considered the father of modern dentistry, basically.
Piece of shit.
Even though he actually like told people not to brush their teeth.
Fuck yeah.
So he's
Never
just
mind.
like,
He's
nah.
cool. I was wrong, dude. I take it back.
He's like, fuck brushing your teeth. So
Brushing your
instead,
teeth
he
is
encouraged
for
people
what
to
you
clean.
say.
He just
It's
said
a
basically
fool.
like what you got to do if you want to keep your teeth good is just get like a toothpick and then like soak a sponge in some brandy and rub your teeth with that.
Fuck yeah, dude. This guy
So-
fucking had shit figured out.
Maybe. I mean, probably not really. I don't think brandy is a great tooth cleaning agent, but whatever, you know.
You know what? I don't want to hear that otherwise, TJ. Brandy is great to clean your teeth.
But in fairness to him, he did write like the first complete scientific description of dentistry. I'm going to butcher the French pronunciation here. La chirurgien dentiste.
Blub,
Yeah.
blub, 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 blub.
It basically translates to the surgeon dentist. I don't know how to pronounce chirurgian.
You
Bon
fat
temps
little
crème
cow,
brûlée.
TJ. You cannot pronounce the French words.
No, you stupid. Whatever. You guys are an Islamic caliphate anyway. Published in 1728. So the book described basic oral anatomy and function, signs and symptoms of oral pathology, operative methods for removing decay and restoring teeth, periodontal disease or pyorrhea, orthodontics, replacement of teeth, and tooth transplantation. So a lot of useful like procedural stuff. But not too great on the preventativeness because, like, yeah, he didn't really believe in brushing your teeth. And toothbrushes did exist back then. But you know, that got me thinking about like what the invention of the toothbrush in general. Like, where did this piece of shit come from? How do we come up with this? How long has it been around? When did it become popularized? When did it become embraced? When did it just become standard procedure to brush your fucking teeth? You know, that kind of shit. So this is a famous toothbrush, actually, right here. You know whose toothbrush this was? There's a clue there at the bottom.
See an N. Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton.
I don't know.
This is Napoleon's toothbrush, Scott.
Oh, Napoleon, dude. I think of
Yeah.
a famous person that began with N. I was like, Isaac Newton popped.
Napoleon. Yeah.
Dude, this is Napoleon's
short. I don't
toothbrush.
know what the fuck that's
This is a
about.
nice ass toothbrush, dude. It's nicer than mine.
Probably not because it has that's horsehair there in the bristle.
Dude, that's nice. You ever heard like those horsehair beds, dude, and shit? You ever heard of that shit?
No, that sounds itchy.
It's like I think it's supposed to be like the nicest bed you can buy. It's like 30 grand. If I'm thinking of it right.
Yeah. So this motherfucker here, this toothbrush, yeah, it's said to belong to Napoleon. I guess there's no absolute proof that it did, but I mean, you see an N with a crown on it, and it's made of gold and stuff. I'm assuming this is probably Napoleon's fucking toothbrush. So the bristles are made of horsehair. Napoleon's teeth were described as bad and dirty. I don't know by who, but that was the description that I read.
I mean, he was a rich guy, so it's probably accurate.
So either he didn't use this very much, or it just really didn't work that well. You know?
What was he putting on it? Brandy?
I don't know. Well, there was like a lot of stuff that people used to use for toothpaste. It's not really known what Napoleon used on this, if anything. But yeah, a lot of these things used animal hair for the bristles. In fact, I think pretty much most did. So the first bristle toothbrush resembling a modern one was from China.
Okay.
It was used during the Tang Dynasty, which was from 1619 to 907.
That's also where Tang was invented, right? The drink.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course.
Little known fact, but obvious. Yeah. And this had hog hair bristles. These were sourced from hogs living in the Siberian area.
I don't know if I want to use. I mean, like, have you ever
Yeah.
like petted a pig, TJ, or a hog or something?
Well, that's why they liked these, because they actually specifically went
They like
to
the coarseness?
the colder climates because they wanted firm bristles.
Oh yeah, that would be firm.
They wanted these really rough, coarse bristles for their teeth because they felt like that cleaned it better, basically.
TJ, people needed clarification. This is not Paul.
No, this is
his
not
uncle.
Paul. Actually, honestly, when I saw this pig, and I'm not even saying this to be insulting to Scotty, but I thought it kind of looked like Scotty.
Did you really?
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't have. It's not like I'm not trying to insult you by being like you're ugly as a pig or whatever the fuck. But like, this pig really does have kind of your vibe going on.
Oh, this is the Scotty vibe. He's like a mean
Yeah.
pig.
Yeah, you can tell like this pig's kind of like a dick. Like if I was gonna make you an animal in a movie, this pig would be like a consideration for sure.
This pig.
Yeah.
I consider this this cud chewing pig here.
I mean, he's not chewing cud, whatever.
This cud chewing pig here. He's what you is, Scotty.
I mean, he's a good-looking pig.
I don't
whatever.
mean to insult you, but here's a picture of a turd. This turd just happened to remind me of you. It's like, thanks, man.
I mean, like, there's nothing unknowable
You just
about
call
this pig,
me a
right?
cud chewing pig, ain't you, TJ? Well, you know what? I'm driving down there
Chelsea's like,
tomorrow.
lol, what?
I'm driving down there tomorrow, TJ. So you better fucking check yourself, because you know we've talked that shit like, man, I'll come kick your ass. I'll actually be there to kick your ass tomorrow, TJ. So you better
Good.
watch yourself, bitch.
Good. The bristles were sourced from hogs living in Siberia and northern China because they, like I said, they're for the firmer bristles.
Damn right I am.
The earliest identified use of the word toothbrush in English was in the autobiography of Anthony Wood from 1690. No idea who that is, by the way.
That's strange. It's like, and he said, hand me that toothbrush. And it's like,
I mean, there's
okay.
always going to be a first instance of a word, and like very rarely is it going to be in some like book, you know.
yeah,
you
seminal
know what
work that everyone knows. Yeah.
I mean? Right. Europeans found the hog bristle toothbrushes imported from China too firm. So they did not like it. They wanted softer toothbrushes, and that's why they used horse hair. So mass-produced toothbrushes made with horse or boar bristles continue to be imported to Britain from China until the mid-20th century. So even up
Damn.
until the 1950s or so,
Yeah, people use
this shit
these.
was being used, which that's really stupid because by then, like, way better technology had come about, but whatever. Some people are just stuck in their old ways, I guess.
Well, I mean, look, British people are not known for having great teeth, so I
Right,
mean,
that's
it's not
true.
too
We'll get-
surprising they were importing shit from fucking hogs in China.
Yeah,
Basically.
in 1950, they're still brushing their teeth with hog ass, you know? It's like,
yeah,
all right.
give me the hog ass, okay. What the fuck are you guys thinking, dude?
So this guy, I was not able to find a bigger picture of this guy. Who made the first toothbrush? Not
Who
this
made
guy.
the first toothbrush?
This guy did not make the first toothbrush, but
Yeah, he's full of
he was
shit.
the first one to mass manufacture it in like the Western world, which basically meant that he got to claim he invented it, basically, you know?
Yeah, he did.
So-
He did the responsible white person thing. He took an invention that existed, slapped his name on it, and said he made it.
Yep.
I invented this, Eureka! I have found it.
I made this, you know? So around 1780, I say around because there's not like exact years known for this shit. But this English dude named William Addis was the first to sell toothbrushes on a large scale.
Cool.
So he got the idea after making a toothbrush from bone and animal bristles while in prison.
Damn, he was doing hard time, huh?
Yeah, he was in prison. He was in jail for starting a riot.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I tried to figure out what it was over, like what he was like protesting or whatever. I could not figure that out. But
Maybe it was over dental hygiene. He was
I don't
tired
know.
of people having shitty teeth, and he's like, you know, it's like he just couldn't take anymore. He's like, revolution! And then of course the government's like, stop that! Dirty teeth for all! No, clean teeth! Oh shit, please!
yeah, I don't think his reason had anything to do with teeth.
I know.
But
of course it didn't. I'm
yeah.
making it up based on his
No.
later accomplishments in life.
no, Scotty, wrong.
But you don't. How the fuck do you know, bitch? You said you couldn't figure it out.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah, fuck you. Wrong, Scotty. What was it then? I don't know. What
Who
the
knows?
fuck? How do you know that? Some
Anyway,
TJ
so
shit for you for sure.
while in prison, he decided to use a rag with soot
Was
and
soot?
salt on teeth. Well, that was what people. So back in Britain at that time, the most common means of cleaning your teeth was to take a rag covered
Hey, you
in
want
soot.
some soot?
You put soot on a rag and then rubbed your teeth with it. So like we were basically fucking monkeys at the time,
God,
right?
we're stupid fucking
Like
monkeys.
in
still.
China, they've already invented the toothbrush. We're cleaning our fucking teeth with soot rags, okay?
Look, hey kids, try to brush your teeth. Get your soot.
Get
It's
your
like,
soot.
we're stupid fucks, dude.
Scrub your teeth with the soot rag. It's like, ugh. So
God.
anyway, he decided that's not like very good.
Right. It's not.
He's like, this is not like a great way to clean your teeth. He figured out. So he saved a small bone from a meal. He drilled some small holes in the bone
okay. That sounds good.
and tied into the bone tufts of bristles that he obtained from one of the guards. So I don't know where that guard got them bristles, but whatever. So he basically threaded the tufts of the bristle through the holes in the bone, and he sealed it with glue. And after his release, he became wealthy selling those. Basically, he started mass manufacturing the toothbrush, and I guess they forgot all about his revolutionary ways, and he became a capitalist, and he started making toothbrushes. He died in 1808, bequeathing his business to his eldest son. It actually remained within the family until 1996. So for a while, this company was in the hands of this guy's family. Like, he invented this shit in 1780, and it wasn't until 1996 that some giant corporation finally wrestled it away from him.
Fuck, 1996?
Yeah. So under the name Wisdom Toothbrushes, the company now manufactures 70 million toothbrushes per year in the UK. If you're a UK person watching this, you're probably familiar with the brand. I'm not, because I don't live there or whatever. So by 1840, toothbrushes were being mass produced in Britain, in France, in Germany, and in Japan. Of course, as we mentioned, British people have nasty ass teeth. Look at that. Disgusting.
The fuck is that's like a mutant mouth, dude.
I know. Every American's mouth, beautiful rows of straight white teeth. Every British person's mouth, overlapping fucking corn kernel, disgusting teeth.
Yeah, anyone hear that's from the United Kingdom? What the fuck's up with y'all's teeth? I'm like, look, I understand the not being perfectly white thing. I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't care about having perfectly white teeth either. But how do you fucking answer for this? How do you guys answer for this shit?
Yeah, this is gross. Dude, I remember I thought it was just like an unfair stereotype or whatever. But I was watching Kevin Smith do a Q&A in Britain. And I remember he said something funny, and they showed the audience, and all of them were laughing, right? So you saw all these British teeth, and I was just like, holy shit. Whoa.
You're saying, dude, I drink a fucking metric shit ton of tea. No, I don't drink hot tea.
I don't know what the fuck you guys have done.
I drink black tea every day of pretty much every day I've been an adult. I drink black tea.
It was like a goddamn, when I saw that audience, I was like, holy fuck. They got some bad teeth over there. Every fucking pair of chompers in the fucking place was just nasty looking.
Both are creepy in their own way. I guess if everyone has teeth like this, I guess then white teeth would be creepy to you. It's like the I Am Legend thing. It's like an American comes up there, hi guys, and they smile, and you can see right straight teeth, ah! They're freaking out.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. What am I supposed to do?
Why would the teeth all straight in white and such? They must use extra soot when he scrubs it with his tooth rag. You motherfuckers are gross.
Obsessed with uncanny valley teeth just as bad as letting them fall apart. I don't know. I think I'd rather have functional teeth than my teeth falling apart.
Incorrect. What are you that is some fucking weird, deranged, limey cope right there. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking, you literally just said that having a pair of pretty functional teeth.
Okay, let's just do a poll.
Just as bad.
Let's just do a poll.
Having,
do you want teeth?
Yellow, nasty teeth that are rotting in your fucking mouth?
Hey, maybe people will vote this. Which teeth would you rather have? Which set of teeth?
I mean, give me a break. It's the most ridiculous fucking cope I've ever heard. Who the fuck? Yeah. I think it's just as bad to have fucking nice teeth as it is to have shitty teeth. It's what? I guess we know what your fucking mouth is full of.
In fairness to him, I've seen some nasty ass American teeth too.
Sure, I'm not. I mean, there's fucking. It's not all along fucking country divides.
We got a poll right now. Which set of teeth would you rather have, America, UK?
I mean, yeah, fucking. I don't know. Maybe if you're maybe it's Halloween, the UK one is good. So in the USA, toothbrushing really didn't take off as a trend until after World War II. Soldiers were required to brush their teeth daily, so it became a habit. By this point, we were no longer using animal bristles for toothbrushes anymore. I mean, I guess some we still were using it, but that wasn't the common technique anymore. By the late 30s, synthetic fibers like nylon had pretty much taken over.
Sure, that makes sense.
And this was good because animal bristles actually are not great to brush your teeth with, as you might have fucking thought to yourself at some point during this episode, because they trap bacteria and they don't dry very well. So like after you brush your teeth with it, it kind of just stays like wet, and it it's like already like an organic material, so bacteria thrives in it.
Yeah,
You
unless you're
gotta-
sanitizing your toothbrush every time after you use it, which let's be
Yeah,
honest,
and,
most people are not.
Those animal bristles kind of like fall out as well. So yeah, they're not great. It's not a great toothbrush. Okay, like the fucking the synthetic material fucking toothbrushes are way better. So but like there's really not much like revolutionary that happened in the toothbrush between like 1938 and fucking now. Like the main thing that happened is the electric toothbrush came on the scene in like the fucking 50s and 60s. And that was actually invented in Sweden. I'm in Florida. I see a lot of people with no teeth.
I see that in Louisiana too. So I mean, like I said, full disclosure, I don't think it's just a United Kingdom thing.
Yeah.
So we got 66 votes in, 85% of people saying, and I mean, all right, guys.
Let's be real. Anybody who's choosing the bottom row is just trolling anyway. Like,
yeah, come on, guys.
No one legitimately wants this nasty ass fucking set of gross fucking yellow decaying.
Hey, some people say
teeth.
they do. I guess 13% would prefer to have those teeth on the bottom.
Well, so
good luck with that.
I was trying to figure out like what's the fucking best toothbrush on the market today. So I did.
Well, best is subjective, right? So that's hard to know.
I mean, it obviously is subjective to some extent. I mean, like there's definitely some that are like clearly better than others. But like knowing the best, there's like too much subjectivity involved there.
What's the most effective toothbrush?
Right. So it's like, so I looked at a bunch of stuff, and one of the ones I saw kept cropping up, and usually it was pretty high on the list. And so I defaulted to like New York Magazine, but I did look at some other lists as well of this. Okay. But a lot of these lists that tell you the best of something are just trying to sell you a thing.
Naturally.
So, but anyway, I looked at New York Magazine, and according to them, the best overall toothbrush on the market right now is this thing. This is the Oral-B Pro 1000. Okay.
Yeah.
So this brush can specifically can rotate 44,000 times per minute. So it's a super fast little rotating kind of thing.
I'm well aware of this toothbrush because I actually owned one, but I hated it.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone likes it. So dentist Jonathan Levine says it causes a lot of disruption of plaque, which obviously is something that's desirable in a toothbrush.
Yeah.
So one thing that is good about this toothbrush is it does only cost $50, which some of these models, like if you look at like the higher end toothbrushes, a lot of them can run up to like $300.
Oh God!
Which is like I think it's crazy to pay. I mean, like $50 for me is pretty steep for a toothbrush already, but $300 is like insane.
My toothbrush is like $10.
Right, mine is too.
My toothbrush. I'm not a fan of these ones. Like I've heard that, I've seen like, oh, there's studies that it's like, and I'm like, I just hate the way it feels in my mouth.
Yeah, you're not alone. I did see some other people kind of like saying that. I read some reviews. Most people seem to like it, but there are some people who are just kind of like, it's weird to me.
Oh, but, Taylor loves these kinds, dude. What's kind of funny is that she actually has a dental problem right now, and I don't. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, some people fucking.
Chelsea wants to know why you didn't like it.
Why I didn't like it? Because I like to put the toothbrush all the way in my mouth, and I feel like with that one, because I have a small mouth, I felt like just uncomfortable every time I'd put it in.
That is true. It's really weird because I have a gigantic fucking mouth, and you have a little tiny. Like, you can barely open that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Scotty's, that's about as wide as Scotty's mouth will open right there.
And maybe a little bit wider than that. Like
he drives dentists crazy. They're like wider, and he's like,
Oh, dude, like every time I go to a dentist or a dental hygienist, like that's the first thing I tell them. I'm like, I have a small mouth, so you're pretty much gonna have to tell me to open my mouth over and over again, unless you want to put like the things in, because otherwise it's.
Yeah, I just say like, just fucking put that shit in, just fucking prop it open, because. You know.
Oh yeah, it's way easier for me if they do that. Yeah, but like I don't know, like when you have a small mouth. It just doesn't. It just feels like it's like right on my gum, and it just feels really uncomfortable.
It feels like you don't like. So it feels like there's like not enough room for it in there.
Like a narrower brush just feels better to me. So that's why I always end up buying like I have an Oral-B, but I have like one of these like flat ones that like I mean it doesn't do as I'm sure it doesn't fucking rotate 40. I mean it doesn't rotate at all. It's not a circular one. It's like more of like a long one.
Yeah.
I just prefer that one, and I don't have any dental problems, so it's like to me it's like if it works for me, that's what I'm gonna go with.
I mean it seems fine. It's not that big of a deal. This is just like according to them the best. And apparently it's really good at disrupting plaque because it has that super fast spinning motion. But if that's a little too rich for your blood, there is a low cost. The best low cost option is supposedly the Arm & Hammer Spin Brush Pro Plus Deep, which you can get for about $10. Now I'm not endorsing either of these products, by the way. And for the record, I use some kind of little piece of shit Colgate brush that's like $8.95. It vibrates, but it doesn't have any spinning action.
I'll fucking get my toothbrush. I don't
You
give a shit.
Yeah, go get it. Let's fucking judge Scotty's toothbrush. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. My parents were meth heads. Cool. And the first time I ever saw a dentist, I was 18 years old. They told me it would cost $3,000 to fix them. Once I got insured, it only cost $1,000. Jesus. Sorry you had meth head parents. That sucks.
Here it is, TJ.
I have a $20 electric toothbrush that I like. I have an $8.95 electric toothbrush that I like.
Oral B.
Hold on. Let's get you like big or whatever. Show the toothbrush. Show toothbrush.
Here's my toothbrush. I've always wanted to know.
Your toothbrush looks basically identical to mine, but a different brand because mine's
It's
like a
Oral-B.
Colgate one. Does it like do any? It doesn't do any spinning motions or anything, right? It just vibrates, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's all mine does too. I'm thinking about getting that. I was thinking about getting that Oral-B thing though, but I don't know.
You might like it. You have a fucking like a python mouth that just like unhinges.
And I got like I get fucking bad plaque, so it'd probably be good to have something that really
yeah, you need
disrupts
something
it
like
good.
that.
Yeah, I've been doing the Crest white strips. That's helped my fucking some staining come off my teeth.
I don't know if that's gonna work for you, but yeah, I think you need a professional.
It works. It works pretty good.
I don't believe it did. Miss your teeth. Full screen, TJ.
They're not like pure white or anything, but they've got.
I'm a better judge because see the. Oh yeah, they actually do look whiter.
Yeah, they've gotten whiter. I've been using that treatment. They were definitely yellower before.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I do have a little bit of plaque because I haven't brushed this morning, but because I was like in a rush to get here.
See, look,
I
dude.
could not fucking. I was like having one of those like cannot get out of bed mornings or afternoons, whatever the fuck you want to call
No,
it.
you don't say. You
TJ's
don't
teeth
say.
are perfect as they are. My teeth are not too bad. There's like I have a lot of fillings and stuff, but there's really not much room for cavities left because I'm more filling.
Your mouth's like
I'm more filling now than man.
Right.
You know. Anyway, so this is supposedly the best toothbrush on the market, but like I said, the cheap one is the cheap alternative that's supposed to be really good too is the Arm & Hammer Spin Brush Pro Deep Plus. Pro Plus Deep Clean Powered Toothbrush, which is $10. Actually, I think it's $9 on Amazon. So if you want a really good toothbrush that has that same spin shit going on, but not for $50, you can get that.
Fuck that. I'm happy with what I got.
So anyway, Egypt.
Egypt.
So let's talk about this. This is where we're going to talk about toothpaste for a bit because you asked me earlier what the fuck toothpaste is like made of and shit.
Yeah, early.
So in 5000 BC, the Egyptians made a tooth powder, which consisted of powdered ashes of ox hooves, myrrh, powdered and burnt eggshells, and pumice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I don't want.
Oh yeah, basically that sounds fucking disgusting. Yeah. So the Greeks and then the Romans improved the recipes by adding abrasives such as crushed bones and oyster shells. So you asked me, like what the fucking early toothbrushes were, like horrible.
That sounds awful. Like crushed oysters. Oh yeah, this is great. Oh, it's great. Oh, yeah, just rub that. Oh, let me scrape the enamel off. Oh, it's beautiful.
So in the 9th century, Iraqi musician and fashion designer Ziryab invented a type of toothpaste which was popularized throughout Islamic Spain. So the exact ingredients of his toothpaste are not known, but apparently it was very functional, but also pleasant to taste.
Oh, okay.
So he invented something that was not nasty.
Yeah.
But it's not really known. Why is this thing shorting on me? I don't need this.
Might
don't
be
do
your
this.
cable.
The cable should not be having problems, honestly. I think it's just because I'm using this mic thing. I need to get this on. I need to figure out how to get this on an arm. So during Japan's, I'm not there yet. The exact
Yeah, during Japan. Whoa.
It is
Japan
not known
changed.
whether these toothpaste were used alone or they were rubbed on the teeth with rags or what they used. But you know, they probably, you know, maybe it was on a brush, maybe it was on a stick. Who fucking knows? Or they might have just rubbed it in with their fucking fingers. So during Japan's Edo period, inventor Hieraga
TJ, it's the Edo period. Edo.
Rakuya contained basically they had a little they fucking started selling toothpaste in a box basically.
Cool.
So we were starting to get into mass manufactured toothpaste in Japan in the 1760s, which is like around the time you start seeing mass manufactured products in general happening. I actually don't understand the deal with toothpaste. Did they just believe gritty stuff helped the brush work better? It probably is just a matter of like something to buff it out. You know what I mean? Like, because yeah, they have a bunch of gritty, powdery stuff. I'm sure they probably added water and stuff to it too to maybe make it like more like a paste. But yeah, they kind of knew that like they needed to do more than brush. They needed to figure out some kind of like adhesive material, not adhesive. That'd be horrible. Like some kind of I don't know, some kind of thing to like break down the plaque a little bit more than
Like,
they
you know, like
get with
an
just a brush.
abrasive, abrasive material to like help.
Yeah, they're like trying to
loosen
buff it
fish
out,
food.
basically, you know. So before modern toothpaste was created, pharmacists mixed and sold tooth cream or powder.
Ooh.
So early tooth powders were made from something abrasive like talc or crushed seashells, mixed with essential oils such as eucalyptus or camphor. You know, these things were thought to fight germs at the time.
Sure.
And then they would flavor them with things like oils of cinnamon, clove, rose, and peppermint. So if you went to your pharmacist back in like, I don't know, the 20s or something, they'd give you something that was like made out of like crushed fucking seashells full of fucking eucalyptus oil and flavored with cinnamon. You know?
Right.
So it's probably pretty fucking nasty, you know what I mean?
I mean, almost certainly.
Many also contained chemicals such as ammonia, chlorophyll, and
Whoa.
penicillin. Very
Okay.
stupid. These ingredients fight the acid-producing bacteria that can cause tooth decay and bad breath. Today, of course, the most common thing you find in a toothpaste that's going to do that kind of job would be like fluoride.
Yeah, generally.
When fluoride came out, by the way, I don't really have this in my document, but when fluoride came out, the American Dental Association was actually like super against it and was like, heresy, that's crazy talk. Then they realized like, oh, actually, this is pretty good. So, and now I think we're starting to finally get some like alternatives to fluoride. I think they're doing some kind of like, I can't remember the name of it. There's not too many toothpaste that use it yet, and maybe it'll get more popular, but there is like a replacement for fluoride that's kind of like been touted since like maybe like 2005, 2006. I probably should have put it in the document, but I didn't. So
I mean,
whatever.
honestly, it doesn't really seem like there's been a whole lot of innovation in this field. Probably
no,
on
pretty
purpose.
much we fluoridated. Once we fluoridated. I don't know. Put fluoride in toothpaste
and water supplies.
Yeah, back in I don't know when that would be. Like, did I write that down? No, whatever. It was probably it was like in the 19th. It was like in the 19th or 20th century. Probably the 20th. They started putting fluoride in shit. But fluoride became pretty common by like the 70s. I know that. So I couldn't really I tried to find like the most advanced toothpaste, but really like they're all kind of the same. Honestly.
Oh yeah. If you go look at the active ingredient toothpaste, it's usually
I mean, like
fluoride.
Toothpaste is toothpaste. Like as long as you don't get like a super shitty one, you're probably fine.
Yeah, they have some like prescription toothpaste I know of, but
CornPop, no. Hey,
CornPop, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Technical difficulties. CornPop. What's that little demon up to?
I don't know.
Does CornPop have a collar now?
Yeah, he's got like a little bell.
Oh, to warn you?
Yeah.
CornPop, what are you doing? CornPop, what are you doing? You're such an evil cat, CornPop. I also look forward to seeing CornPop because I always know he's going to do some crazy shit while I'm around. Or I'm going to hear about his latest antics. It's never failed once. Yeah, kick CornPop's ass out of there. CornPop, we love you, but you're a force of nature. You're literally a force of nature that we still want to reckon with right now. How did CornPop even get in there, dude? Was he just hiding there?
No, he just opened the door.
He opened the door?
Yeah. He just opened the fucking door.
He opened it like, come on in.
Yeah, he just does that. He's a piece of shit. Little fucking bastard. That's what he is.
Dude, CornPop would drink fluoride and anything else you would give to him.
Yeah. So there's, like I said, there's not like a super advanced toothpaste you can buy. Like, oh man, this shit's like the top of the line. But if you just feel like you want to like spend too much on toothpaste, we got a solution for you. Theodent 300, Scotty.
Ah, my toothpaste brand, TJ.
Fluoride-free luxury toothpaste with extra strength. Renew.
Renew. Oh, yes, TJ. The
From
finest
chocolate,
toothpaste.
the sweetest discovery. Whitening crystal mint.
How much does this go for?
Want to guess?
Yeah, I'll guess. So pretentious shit, dumb yuppie, a lot of money, gotta burn that money. $150.
$150. Actually, it's not quite that expensive.
Okay, shit,
It
$100
is,
bucks.
Yep, it's $100. If you feel like you want to spend $100 on toothpaste, we got you covered. Theodent 300 right here.
$100 for like, how could you?
So, sure, why not? You know. So
Okay.
Theodent says this pricey paste is an extra strength version of the brand's proprietary formula, which is about $15, by the way. And this is designed for the discerning Theodent customer.
The discerning.
So it's non-toxic, safe to swallow, ideal for dealing with thin enamel. Theodent doesn't really explain why the extra strength formula is so expensive, other than just calling it the pinnacle of Theodent's research and development.
So if suckers will buy it, why not sell it?
Yeah. So if you just feel like you want to pay too much for toothpaste, here's some gunk for you. Here's some rich man's gunk.
Yeah, dude. Dude. I'm telling you what. I like doing reviews. Maybe one day I'll just review this shit.
Yeah, get you a
Don't know
bottle
why
of
it's that
Theodent,
much.
dude.
Yeah, I'll go like the $15 one and the $100 one and see why. Then I can discern why it's $85.
It's
more.
not very much. Yeah, it's not a huge amount. But yeah, this is actually I didn't pull it, but there is a toothbrush that apparently is quite popular among the super rich that is made of titanium. It's not even electric or anything. It's just a titanium toothbrush, and it costs $4,000 fucking dollars. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Rich people are just like desperate to figure out new ways to spend their money, I guess.
Hey, dude, if someone's willing to answer the call, I guess keep doing it. Someone's got to
So I didn't bother pulling anything on mouthwash because I think we already kind of covered the history of mouthwash. We know that people used to gargle their piss. And people used to do like vinegar and stuff like that. But I did want to fucking cover floss a little bit. I figure, we haven't talked about floss at all.
Not really.
So this was actually invented in New Orleans.
Really?
Down in New Orleans where the floss was
The
born.
last place. If you would have asked me the last place I thought floss was invented, the South would have been the answer.
Yeah, floss was invented in New Orleans, Louisiana by Levi Spear Parmley. Yeah, he invented the first dental floss. It was in 1819. He recommended running a waxen silk thread through the interstices of the teeth between their necks and the arches of the gums to dislodge that irritating matter which no brush can remove and which is the real source of disease. And he considered this to be more important than brushing. Floss was not commercially available until 1882 when the Codman and Shirtleft Company started producing unwaxed silk floss. And then in 1898, the Johnson & Johnson Corporation received the first patent for dental floss that was made from the same silk material used by doctors for silk stitches. So one of the earliest depictions of the use of dental floss in literary fiction is found in James Joyce's famous novel Ulysses.
Oh, really? Oh.
But the adoption of floss was low before World War II. So during the war, nylon floss was developed by physician Charles C. Bass. Nylon floss was found to be way better than silk floss because it has greater abrasion resistance and the ability to produce, greater lengths of it is much easier.
Oh yeah.
So
And you
floss
need a lot
became
of it, really.
floss didn't really become a mainstream part of dental care until the 1970s, though. And that was in U.S. and Canada. I don't know about other countries. Maybe it
Dude,
was adopted earlier. Maybe some countries still don't fucking bother with it. But yeah,
I'm glad as fuck that fucking floss exists, dude. Because when shit gets stuck between your teeth, you need this shit desperately. Oh, I know they like bones and toothpicks and stuff, but I don't know. Floss is just so much more efficient at removing stuff between your teeth.
what about the butt cheeks? Good question.
Ah,
Amen.
it's not an episode about the thong.
Amen. What about them butt cheeks, though?
Hey, these
So-
guys were flossing, huh?
You might think about. So I wanted to talk a little bit about dentistry.
Ooh.
So, obviously, if we think about primitive dentistry, we probably think about like the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, medieval times, kind of times, when dentistry was probably not very good.
Yeah.
So I wanted to start off by saying that contrary to the depiction of medieval peasants with blackened and rotting teeth, the average person in the Middle Ages probably had pretty good teeth. This is substantially due to one factor, which is the rarity of sugar in their diet.
Yeah.
Most medieval people could not afford sugar, and those who could afford it used it pretty sparingly, usually as a seasoning or a minor ingredient, almost never as a condiment or a basis of a dish.
Yeah, people who are like peasant, like surf level, that was probably like a special occasion. You had something with sugar in it.
So most people, if they did, you do sugar, it was natural sugars, like such
fruits.
as those in fruits and honeys. And even then, they didn't eat that kind of very much. So taken with a diet high in calcium via dairy, high in vegetables and cereals, and low in foods that cause decay, the average medieval person ate the way most dentists would probably recommend you eat today. So basically, their teeth were actually pretty good shape. And just like today, it wasn't like, they value, like there was value to having a nice pair of white teeth. Like your teeth being white and straight was prized in those times. It wasn't like they were just like, who cares about your chopped?
I
no
teeth.
I don't need no fucking teeth. So they cared about it.
Yeah, people still wanted fucking teeth back in the day.
They
It's
wanted
like-
nice fucking teeth. It wasn't just like, oh, well, my teeth rotting out my fucking head. Oh, well, so fucking what?
Of course not. I mean, plus dental decay is painful. So it's not like anyone's
Right.
going to wish dental decay on themselves or anyone else.
And
really.
here's the thing. They're lucky that their teeth were in good shape because compared with later periods, dental surgery was really bad. You did not want to fucking have teeth problems in medieval times.
There wasn't modern germ theory. It was like the humors and shit, which is basically based on like Greek medical philosophy, which their shit was actually a lot more sound than the stuff they did in medieval dentistry.
So let's learn a little about medieval dentistry from this King Richard III Visitor Center.
Everything I've read about it is awful. I'll just say that.
So going to the dentist in the 21st century is unpleasant. So imagine having it in medieval times. If you were unlucky enough to experience an affliction like a toothache, you'd pay a visit to a barber surgeon, the jack of all trades of the Middle Ages, basically. So these medical practitioners were able to perform a whole range of procedures such as bloodletting, amputations, and of course, teeth pulling. Having a tooth removed by a barber surgeon would be done with a pair of pliers and no anesthetic. So it's easy to understand why extraction was the last resort. So if you went to this motherfucker to get a tooth removed,
You were desperate.
they were sitting your ass down in a chair and they were yanking it out with a fucking pair of pliers and you didn't get nothing. So basically, a lot of times people would just get drunk. That's like the best anesthetic you can get for it.
Unless you're drunk and having a tooth. Oh, God, that sounds awful.
So alternatively, if there was no surgeon at hand, you could see a traveling practitioner or even a blacksmith to remove a dodgy tooth. So you might fucking go into the blacksmith shop and be like, hey, can you fucking take care of this tooth for me?
Ugh.
That might be your fucking solution. So depictions of medieval times in TV and film often portray the period as dirty and unhygienic. Surprisingly, analysis of skeletons from the Middle Ages suggests that people actually had quite healthy teeth. They used rough linen cloths to clean their teeth, often accompanied by a variety of pastes and powders used to whiten teeth and preserve fresh breath. The ingredients in these were far from the fluoride we know today. Herbs such as sage, rosemary, pepper, and cinnamon were commonplace, as well as mint and salt. Even a form of mouthwash existed. The medieval people used a vinegar-based mixture to freshen their breath.
At least cinnamon's still used in a lot of products like
Mhm.
that.
I have cinnamon mouthwash to this day.
Yeah,
So.
there you go.
So if dental hygiene was adequate during the medieval period, why did it get so bad later on? The answer is simple: sugar. How many times has the dentist told you to not eat sweets? Well, funnily enough, our ancestors experienced the same problem. Sugar rarely existed before the 1400s, but it became a staple of the wealthy during the Tudor era. Queen Elizabeth I was famous for her black teeth and severe toothache, but was so scared to undergo an extraction that one of her bishops had to had a tooth removed to prove it was okay. Aside from extraction, there was a range of procedures that could be used to treat afflictions of teeth and gums. Surgeons were able to treat mouth cancer by using sharp tools to remove cancerous tissue and then sealing the wound by cauterization. So they go into your mouth, they cut out the fucking tumor, and then they fucking burn it shut.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. And there's no anesthetics. So, yeah.
Have fun.
Which basically involved piping hot instruments to close the incision. So forms of dentures also existed for the rich and were usually made out of animal or human bone.
Yeah, dead people's teeth.
So, yeah, basically not great. I considered going into like modern dental procedures as well, but, you know, whatever. I didn't get that far. So that's basically what I got for you. But yeah, that's some little bit of dental hygiene stuff.
The last part about the cancer and the mouth being cauterized really got me.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not fun.
I was hoping to find a little bit more of that kind of stuff, but like honestly, like other than extractions and that, you know, kind of like mouth surgery stuff, there really wasn't too much. Like they didn't have like root canals and shit back then. Like if your shit was fucked up, they pretty much just yanked your tooth out with a pair of pliers.
Yeah, I mean that's more of an advantage. I mean, well, with that one, you're basically drilling around the tooth. You make it like preserving like the nerve of the tooth and putting a cap on it. You know, I mean, like that's like you need modern manufacturing techniques and labs to make that stuff. Like, no one's like
they didn't fuck around with that kind of stuff.
That shit ain't happening. Like I've read about stuff like dental implantation and people like George Washington and stuff, who was notorious for having really terrible teeth. He was a rich dude, so of course he had access to all that sugar and the shit that we talked about.
Yeah, he's super rich.
Kind of the irony of that, though, all these rich fucks, their teeth are all falling out of their mouths, and all the poor fucks have good teeth because they can't afford it.
Yeah, they can't afford sugar, so their teeth are fine.
And of course, no one had realized, like, I guess no one saw the correlation there between those things. Like
silver line. Well, I mean, they just didn't care because they wanted the sugar, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, if you have access to it, then why the fuck not?
Because sugar is fucking good.
So I actually had 3 evil companies today, but we kind of went over some. So unfortunately, I'll have to talk about Blizzard next time.
Poor Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard. Sorry, but
they don't get credit. You don't get any credit for your evil today, I guess.
Well, you'll get credit for it next time. Let's see. Let's go ahead and share. Yeah, we know. Can you hear me now, TJ?
Can you hear me now? 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 Can you hear me now?
Our first evil corporation today.
Yeah, these
Verizon.
motherfuckers are pretty evil.
Oh God, this isn't even. I mean, like they can be featured again. This is just the stuff I pulled. Like a lot of the every company featured tonight. Well, it's supposed to be 3, but like I said, because of time, we're just gonna do 2. So keep in mind they could be done actually again. They could be included in a future episode for sure.
You haven't even captured all their evil.
No, definitely not. One thing you guys can do right now is, hey guys, yeah, you.
Hey,
give our video a like.
Out there in the cold, getting
give the
lonely,
video a like.
Old.
You guys are watching
Can you
live.
like this.
Give us likes. Doesn't
give
cost
us
you anything.
Likes, you piece of shit.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it right now.
Looks like a medieval knight. Thank you.
He could be. Let's see how many likes we got. 137. Pathetic.
Yeah, man. We've got 410 people watching right now. We only got fucking 137 likes.
That's good. All right. This pleases me.
We need likes. We need likes. We need likes.
Validate us. Validate us.
Give us attention, for we are your whores.
Validate.
Validate.
Oh, 163.
Validate
Oh, yes.
all the simple minds they adore. What a bore, how they stand in line. Look at
171.
this.
Oh, yes.
Motherfucker is a millionaire.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh. Come on, guys. 200 like. Give 200 likes now.
We want 200 likes.
I know people out there saying, earn my like. Bullshit. We don't want to earn your like.
Fuck
Give
your
it to
like,
us for
bitch.
nothing.
We
For
already
no good reason.
dislike.
Fuck.
Rude. Rude.
181. Oh, yes, I feel it, TJ. I feel the power inside me.
You got some rude motherfucking people out there, Scott.
I disliked because you said like.
They told me to like, so I disliked, because fuck them.
Oh, damn, we're close. 186. Boy, I feel it in my bones.
186.
I
Sucked
feel it in
on
my
dicks.
balls. 187. 189. Oh, 180. Oh, how dare someone took the like away, dude. Someone gave a like. And they took it away. They took it away.
Oh yeah. Dude, I my fucking dream aspiration right now. They have all these like subreddits and shit devoted to like men who like write books, and they're like got like these super horny passages about like tits and stuff, and everyone's like, look at these men writing this fucking filth. And I want my book to get in there. I'm like, man, I can't wait till they fucking shit on my book because it has too much tits in it. That's
Decades
like my
of
dream.
failed promises from Verizon. It promises fiber to get tax breaks. It never delivers. Ah, the good old corporation.
Corporate America.
So this actually goes back a long time. This has to do with like your telephone bill, your cable bill. Basically, you're billed hundreds of billions of dollars by major telecom companies who promised fiber throughout the U.S. And well, they just didn't do it.
I mean, it's not like they said. It's not like they were like they promised or anything. You know.
A decade ago, this is about 10 years old. So 20 years ago, we wrote about how Verizon made an agreement in Pennsylvania in 1994 that would wire up the state with fiber optic cables to every home in exchange for tax breaks equaling $2.1 billion. There you go. That's a pretty square deal, right? $2.1 billion in tax breaks.
Yeah.
Everyone will have access to buy their service. How do they lose?
Yeah.
In exchange for such a massive tax break, Verizon promised that all homes and businesses would have access to, and this is actually slow now, 45 megabits per second symmetrical fiber by 2015, which is slow. I mean, by today's standards, like you'd be like, what the fuck? That's all you're offering me? By 2004, the deal was that 50% of all homes were supposed to have that. So they backed, okay, well, half of the homes in Pennsylvania will get that. In reality, 0% did. And some people started asking for their money back. That never happened. It appeared that Verizon had learned a valuable lesson. It can flat out lie to governments, promise 100% fiber coverage in exchange for subsidies, then not deliver, and no one will do a damn thing about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like at some point this like becomes the government's fault, right? Because like,
yeah, they allowed it.
I mean, like, yeah, okay, I get it. You give them the subsidy, they don't do it. You don't enforce it. Well, of course they're going to keep doing it then, because now they've just realized like they can get money for nothing and chicks for free. So like, why would they ever keep their promise at that point? Like,
yeah,
if you want them to fucking actually do it, you have to enforce shit. You can't just be like, yeah, give us money, and then you don't do anything.
Here's the problem with that, anyways. Want to have the municipal broadband?
Well, I mean, that's just like because we're living in
I mean, yeah, of course,
bullshit, capitalist bullshit.
Because if we're going to subsidize it anyways, let these different cities offer it. And cities that offer this, I mean, not a ton, but some do across America, and people are happy with the service. Like when we're looking to move to Colorado, like Fort Collins, Colorado has that.
Colorado.
But he didn't like Colorado. He's like, I don't
Colorado,
like it. But they offered that there, which was pretty cool. I know.
Yeah,
I think it's like that Knoxville, Tennessee.
Colorado's fine. I didn't like dislike it or anything.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you hate it, but you just didn't want to live there.
Yeah, it just like didn't really seem like the place.
I don't know where TJ's going to live.
It didn't have the vibe.
I think he's going to just live in Louisiana the rest of his life.
No.
Talking about how he's like, look, one day, old TJ's going to be out of here. You're like one of those dudes, you're rocking sure you're like 80 years old. TJ be like,
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I'll be out of here to look at his
It's time to go.
Because you're a decade later, so in this case, 20 years later, and basically the same damn thing has happened in New York City. At least this time, Verizon actually had a fiber service to offer, the well-known Fios, which you've heard of Verizon. This is their internet service, which it promised, one more let's in quotations, to cover 100% of New York City by 2014. Back when it was announced in 2008, Carl Bode at Broadband Reports correctly warned that you should take that promise with a large grain of salt, both because of Verizon's past failures to live up to promises, as well as loopholes hidden in the agreement. What? Loopholes in the agreement? Not a giant corporation. Never. Looks like he was right on both accounts. At the account linked above, as The Verge notes, the language actually is that Verizon just needs to pass all households, which is interpreted loosely. So we'll read this part. There are a lot of caveats in the contract. However, Verizon is only required to pass all households, a vague term that means fiber needed, that the fiber need to extend to a point from which the building can be connected to the network. Verizon is not obligated to make the connection, however. As a result, the company is now claiming 75% accessibility, even though the number of New Yorkers who actually can sign up for Fios is probably much lower. A study by public advocate Bill de Blasio, which, I mean, hey, he actually ended up becoming mayor of New York, so that's how old this is, concluded that just 51% of households in the city New York City have fiber access. The city and Verizon dispute these figures. I'm not sure how it's improved very much. I would seriously doubt it, though.
Oh, it's way better now.
Verizon is blaming landlords,
Scotty.
but as Verge points out, when someone made a big stink on the radio recently about the lack of files in his apartment, Verizon contacted him the very next day and had service in his apartment within 3 weeks.
Cool.
Oh.
All you gotta do is get on the radio and complain.
The simple fact is that Verizon has been trying its damnedest to get out of the wired business altogether. So, of course, I mean, like, they want you to buy a subscription to their wireless service, which you've noticed. And now I've seen Verizon push this over and over again. Like, you don't need internet like that. Just use us for 5G.
5G, homie.
Come on, guys. 5G.
5G.
That's from a
Get
book.
5G.
The book of Broken Promises.
Promises.
A 400 billion broadband scandal and free the net.
Mm-hmm.
So by the end of 2014, America will have been charged about 400 billion by the local phone incumbents, Verizon, AT&T, and CenturyLink, for a fiber optic future that never showed up. And although it varies by state, counting the taxes, fees, and surcharges that you have paid every month, many of these fees are actually revenue to the company or taxes to the company that you paid. It comes to about $4,000 to $5,000 per household from 1992 to 2014, and that's the low number. So essentially, I mean, obviously we could throw AT&T and CenturyLink and all these other companies under the bus. I'm not sure if CenturyLink even still exists, but I know Verizon and AT&T do. And they've bilked you to the tune of about $4,000 to $5,000 per household to build out these fiber networks. So, like, when they brag about building these fiber networks, they were given hundreds of billions of dollars to do so and still failed to do it.
Well, I mean, in fairness, though, it wasn't like that was like tax money that like was, like belonged to the people and stuff.
Yeah, they could have easily, like, so we talk about these infrastructure bills and shit, like, oh, look, they did like, $100 million toward broadband. Like, we've already done this. Like, America already paid for this.
Yeah, like we already did. Yeah, like, and they just didn't. So the problem is, like, if there's no accountability, they're not going to do it. Like, if your fucking solution is basically just like, hey guys, you think you could give us some broadband? It's like, I don't know, you got some money for us? It's like, okay, yeah, here you go. And then they're like, cool, thanks. I'm like, okay, so like, when's the broadband gonna be ready to go? And they're just like,
never.
You just check back with us soon, real soon. Unless this ends with Verizon causing deaths, I feel as if Verizon is uniquely evil, at least compared to your average big company. The point here is not that Verizon is like the unique apotheosis of evil.
That's.
I mean, like corporations are evil in general. In fact, like saying evil corporations, like as I was like making it this thumbnail and shit last night, which by the way, completely generated by AI. 2 different AI fucking thumbnail, whatever the fuck. So did my Satan CEO, and then the other one was supposed to be like a mouthful of yellow teeth, but for some reason it made the entire head yellow instead, and I created a race of lemon demons. But whatever.
If you want to know it's uniquely evil, it's because you couldn't claim to provide a service, get a bunch of money, and then do nothing, and get away with it. Yeah. Verizon is a huge company, so they can. Most companies aren't allowed to do that. That's probably the huge difference there. You were also charged about 9 times to wire schools and libraries via state and federal plans designed to help the phone and cable companies. If that doesn't bother you, by the end of the year 2010, and based on the commitments made by phone companies and their press statements, filings on state and federal level, and state-based alternative regulation plans that were put in place to charge you for broadband upgrades of the telephone company wiring your home business as well as the schools and libraries, America should have been the world's first fully fiber leading-edge broadband nation. In fact, in 1992, the speed of broadband, as detailed in state laws, was 45 megabits per seconds in both directions. By 2014, all of us should have been enjoying gigabit speeds, so 1,000 megabits per second, which most people have access to now, I would say, a lot of people at least, but I mean, about 7 or 8 years beyond that, and yet again, not universal coverage that people paid for. Starting in 1991, the Clinton-Gore ticket promised a visionary plan, which Al Gore dubbed the information superhighway. Simply put, there's a wire that goes into your home, school, or office, as everyone in America is entitled to phone service. Obviously, it's the 90s, so some people still had landlines. This was based on copper wire that was put in as part of a state-based utility, and most of them are controlled by what now are AT&T, Verizon, and CenturyLink. And these networks were aging, as almost all of America has been wired for phone service by the 1960s. Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Oh, but Verizon's not evil. Sorry. This wasn't a big news story. Verizon throttled
I
fire
think it's like
departments.
it's pretty funny to me that like the standard now is like they bilked the taxpayers out of fucking hundreds of billions of dollars for nothing. And it's like, yeah, but did they kill a bunch of people? It's like, I don't know. We'll get to it, I guess, but
Verizon fire department.
Why does a corporation have to literally be like implicated in fucking genocide for it to be evil now? Like, why is the standard there?
Yeah, dude, were they working with the Nazis? No, I don't see them as you.
Yeah.
He said
They're not uniquely evil.
evil.
It's like, well, we didn't say fucking uniquely evil corporations.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we were made the claim they were uniquely evil.
Yeah.
This is a big story when it came out. We probably covered it, in fact, on the show. Verizon throttled fire departments' unlimited data during California wildfire.
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Profit over humanity. People might have died because of that. There's some at least fucking callous disregard for human safety.
I guess they updated. The Santa Clara Fire Department responded to Verizon's claim that throttling was just a customer service error and has nothing to do with net neutrality. The contrary, Verizon's throttling has everything to do with net neutrality. Verizon Wireless throttling a fire department that uses its data services has been submitted as evidence in a lawsuit that seeks to reinstate federal net neutrality rules. Oh, guys, I hate to tell you that went away. County Fire has experienced throttling by its ISP Verizon. Santa Clara County Fire Chief Anthony Bodwin wrote in a declaration.
Lies.
This throttling had a significant impact on our ability to provide emergency services. Verizon imposed these limitations despite being informed that throttling was actively impeding county's fire ability to provide crisis response and essential emergency services.
Lies.
Oh, I guess it could have killed people.
Lies.
Oh, well.
Scotty, lies. Why are you lying about Verizon, dude?
Verizon shows in the chat. Verizon is great phone service.
Why are you lying about Verizon? Verizon killed my father.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
That's scary.
That dude's father was killed by Verizon.
Bones
He
declaration
was Vord.
was submitted in an addendum to a brief filed by 22 state attorney generals, the District of Columbia, Santa Clara County Central Fire Protection District, and the California Public Utilities Commission. The government agencies are seeking to overturn the recent appeal of net neutrality rules in a lawsuit that they filed against the Federal Communications Commission and U.S. Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit. And we're not even done yet. The internet has becomes an essential tool in providing fire and emergency response, particularly for events like large fires, which require the rapid deployment and organization of thousands of personnel and hundreds of fire engines, aircraft, bulldozers, Bowden wrote. The Santa Clara fire paid Verizon for unlimited data, but suffered from heavy throttling until the department paid Verizon more, according to Bowden's declaration emails between the fire department and Verizon that were submitted as evidence. Oh. Oh, no big deal. Just respond to emergency service. These emergency first responders. Yeah, why wouldn't we want to throttle them? Why would we not want to throttle those guys? I set my fucking light.
You
Why
light
would we
hitting piece of shit.
do that all the time? Oh, Verizon's not so bad. Verizon spied on consumers for decades, then lobbied fiercely to prevent the government from doing anything about it. Now wants you to trust your with your web searches. Which, I mean, no one ended up using that network anyways. I'm more interested in the part where we talk about the evil shit Verizon's done. So talking about this search engine where, you know, like, oh, Verizon's going to track you on it, but that all sounds fine. But Verizon has a terrible track record when it comes to privacy. It has repeatedly taken steps to thwart independent oversight of its privacy promises. In 2016, Verizon struck a 1.35, I think it's $1 billion settlement.
Your Honor, I wish to withdraw my last statement. Verizon is, in fact, evil as fuck. Yeah, well, I mean, you were right, though, that they're not uniquely evil. Because, like, we could pretty much throw, like, just, like, go to the Fortune 500 and throw a dart. And we can fucking dredge up a bunch of evil shit done by any of those motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like, we could, I mean, I don't know. The real challenge would be, like, Scotty, pull an episode on good corporations, please.
Okay, I'll try it.
Give it a shot. Maybe you can find one. Maybe there's like a corporate. I think maybe like probably like the closest you could come would be like, I don't know, like Costco or something. They're not too bad.
Actually, they have some scandals. They like.
I'm sure they do, but I mean,
like, they use like abused chickens or some shit for their like low cost chickens or something.
Well, what are you gonna do? You know.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't win. I'll try though.
Yeah, give it a shot.
They struck a $1.35 billion settlement with the FCC for modifying wireless user data packets to covertly track users around the internet without telling them. It took 2 years for security researchers to even identify what Verizon was doing, and several more before Verizon finally let users opt out of being tracked in such a fashion.
I guess you can, like, you don't have to. If you don't want to be tracked, we'll, like, stop and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Let's see here.
Verizon come up with a different way to do it that they can't spot. Anyway,
Verizon has also found itself at the center of a privacy scandal involving consumer location data, which has been hoovered up and sold to a laundry list of dubious third parties for the better part of the last decade. While Verizon has promised that it stopped collecting such data, the claim has yet to be independently verified by state or federal regulators. There's also Verizon's ultra close relationship with the NSA, of course, so they're hoping to spy on you. After the company was caught engaging in warrantless wiretapping in violation of privacy and wiretap laws under the Bush administration, the laws were simply retroactively changed to help Verizon and AT&T avoid all liability. Additional metadata scandals played. Yeah, I like that.
Ah, yes.
Oh, we broke the law. Just change the law.
I will make it legal. Literally, Emperor Palpatine fucking logic, dude.
Yeah. But sir, under the rules of the Senate, that's illegal. It is now legal under my orders. Yes, sir. Not only has Verizon been a major player in numerous consumer privacy scandals, it also worked tirelessly to ensure the government can't hold it accountable for any of them. In 2017, Verizon successfully lobbied Congress to kill a modest privacy rules at the FCC, which required broadband providers to be more transparent about the vast ocean of data that the telecom giants collect and who they sell it to. Later this same year,
we care not for this legislation.
It is
I'm
done
sorry,
away
but
with.
it looks like it's going to go through. Will it now?
Really?
My wife baked you an apple pie, Senator. Opens it up. There's like an apple pie with like surrounded by $100 bills. It is quite delicious.
Going like the Shawshank Redemption route.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
I don't think.
Looks like a pretty damn good looking pie there.
Later that same year, Verizon lobbyists went one step further, convincing the FCC to effectively neuter its authority over broadband providers, shoving any remaining oversight to an FTC experts who say lack the authority or resource to actually police telecom giants on issues of privacy or much of anything else.
Well, looks like there's nothing we can do.
Oh,
Yeah, they
well.
literally convinced the regulatory organization who regulates them to basically sidestep it.
That's like a bunch of criminals that convince the cops that their operation is like beyond their purview or something.
Look, you know, we're real busy over here. Why don't you tell you what? That one pipsqueak over there, yeah, he's got like a magnifying glass and like a couple
You know
of
who's
folders.
really fucking menace to this
He can do it.
society? He is our competitor over there. Yeah, shut them the fuck down. We good though. Well, you guys are running drugs and murdering people and extortion.
Nah,
right?
it's
Yeah.
actually legal.
Nah. You see, we're beyond your fucking purview and shit. Here's some money. It's like, oh, I see. Yes, of course.
Yeah, so they've illegally spied on you, lied to you at every turn, promised you broadband, taking your money. I mean, and then of course, even if you have their service and you pay them and you don't care about any of those things, you're like, I just want my cell phone to work and give me this shit I want. They then, after you pay them more than almost any other company to provide you that service, they sell your data to make more money off of you and spy on you while doing it.
Thank God.
Wonderful company. I just love
them.
Verizon.
They're
I have
nice
Verizon
people.
too, so they're doing it to me. Thanks, Verizon. I appreciate
We
it.
love you, Verizon. You're so nice. Can you hear me now?
You know this company, TJ.
I'm here to
Honestly.
destroy your soul.
I'm nervous, dude.
That's right. I'm here to rape you in the ass, you little fucking pig.
Don't you like it, TJ? Don't you want it, TJ?
Yeah. Don't you want it, bitch? And when you're down here with me, you'll float too.
I'm scared Mickey's gonna show up, man. Man. I'm just
Am I being
waiting.
detained? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
I'm being detained. Sir,
Am I being detained right now?
you're
What,
detained.
Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
You're detained.
Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
You're detained right now.
Am I
You're detained.
being detained? Being detained? Being detained? Being detained? Being detained? Being detained? Being detained?
Here's a nice letter, TJ.
Oh, yeah, this is cute.
That
When
Disney would send.
dreams come true.
So if you didn't have a pee-pee,
Do
and you
you,
want
do
to work
you,
for Disney,
you want to draw for Disney, huh? Well, let me ask you this. Do you got a tallywhacker? Do you got a Johnson? Do you got a fucking kielbasa sausage in your fucking pants? No? Well, then fuck off, cunt. Fuck yous.
dear Miss Ford, your letter of recent date has been received in the inking and painting department for reply. Women do not do any of the creative work in connection with preparing the cartoons for the screen, as this is performed entirely by young men. For this reason,
I
girls
love
are
how
not
they're
considered.
just like taking this like passive approach of like, that is simply not how it is, and therefore it cannot be.
Like, there's no reason we could do it. For this reason, girls are not considered for the training school.
Please kindly fuck off and die.
There's other opportunities TJ Disney has for you.
You could be a
only
secretary.
Yeah, no, that's not all, TJ. The only work open to women consists of tracing, the characters on clear celluloid sheets with I'm trying to read it, India ink, and filling in the tracing on the reverse side with point according to directions. In order to apply for a position as an inker or a pointer, it is necessary that one appear at the studio bringing samples of pen and ink and watercolor work. It should not be advisable to come to Hollywood with this specifically in view, as there are really very few openings in comparison with the number of girls who apply. Yours truly, Walt Disney Productions Limited. So
good.
And it's like, yeah, you can apply for this, but if you even try to apply, you're probably not going to get it.
Dear female, we do not consider your kind here at Walt Disney and are frankly insulted that you would even aspire to have these dreams. What do you think this is? Some kind of feminist daycare center? Fuck
We
off.
think not.
Kindly,
We think
Walt
not.
Disney.
Walt Disney loves you. Oh, we love you so much. I
Where
actually tried to pull an image
dreams
of
are
this.
made. Come
It's
to the
nice.
land of magic.
Your dreams can come true, provided you don't actually want equal
Your
opportunity.
dreams come true at Disney. As long as you don't dream of actually, being an animator that works for us. Disney artists on strike.
We're going to talk about the 1941. If I can find the image I just fucking pulled.
No.
Let's open it. No.
No.
Oh, that's too
Disney is
small.
the real live E Corp. What the hell's an E Corp? E Corp?
E-Corp?
Ecorp? Ecorp?
Ecorp?
Planetarium.
So you ever heard about the Disney animator strike, TJ, of 1941?
Yeah.
Oh, you have heard of that? All right. Let's go ahead and...
All right. So in 1941, Walt Disney went to his animation team and was like, all right, guys. So I've decided we're going to make our first adult cartoon. That's right. Disney's getting in the pornography business. And Walt Disney presented him this like smut-filled fucking script he had.
Mhm.
It was actually later adapted into Aladdin. They obviously took the sex out, but it used to be called Middle East Fuckholes.
Oh, yeah.
And he had this whole like script planned out, and it was like huge gangbangs and like elaborate orgy scenes and stuff. And the animators were like a bunch of prudes and stuff because this is 1941, right? And so, like, a lot of them like objected. They didn't want to do it. They thought it was against like Christian morality and stuff. And so, Disney was like, no, we're doing this.
Wrong.
And then they fucking gathered together and were like, no, we're not doing this, Disney. But honestly, I got to take Disney's side because that would have been pretty epic. Obviously politically incorrect, to say Middle East fuckholes, but it was 1941.
It was a different time.
Right. It's going to be a fake TJ story, right? Obviously not, no. But I'm sure Scotty's going to give you the fake version.
Yeah, this is the made-up version, which, I mean, I guess
like the fucking cover-up version.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry that's actually really what happened, but, I'll read you this fake stuff. By the 1930s had led to a rise of labor unions on motion pictures, as in other industries such as the Screen Actors Guild, which formed in 1933. Animators of Fleischer Studios went on strike in 1937 when Max Fleischer fired 15 employees, all of whom were part of an American art union. The Fleischer strike was eventually solved by forming the Screen Cartoonist Guild in 1938. The leader of the guild was Herbert Sorrell, who was described as a tough left-winger. Sorrell began a push and obtained contracts with Terry Toons, Walter Lantz Productions, Screen Gems, George Powell, and MGM. Leon Schlesinger, whose Leon Schlesinger Productions produced the popular Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies cartoons for Warner Brothers, attempted a lockout, but soon gave in to the union and then asked, "What about Disney?"
What about
Disney? Why do they have... Look, everyone else here has to deal with these unions. Shouldn't Disney too?
I don't know. Shouldn't they?
Although Disney artists were the best paid and worked under the best conditions in the industry, there was discontent.
Discontent.
In the early days of the studio, Walt Disney gave 20% of the profits of the short cartoons to his employees as bonuses. Profit sharing. That sounds good.
Yeah.
However, Disney suspended this on the film Snow White because although many of the employees had given Disney large quantities of free overtime during the drive to complete Snow White, many critics felt Snow White would be a huge flop and the film was unlikely to make any money.
It was a huge hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, ironically, Snow White was an enormous success.
Yeah, I mean, that was their first animated feature. I mean, it was untested waters. It wasn't really known whether there would be an audience for a full-length animated feature. Because these were kind of like things that were like, you used to go to the theater and there was like a lot more shit. Like there was like a newsreel and there was like, fucking shorts and cartoons and shit. And a lot of times there was double features. You know, so there was like, it wasn't just, you weren't just going to see a movie. There was all kinds of little stuff that was made for it.
It was more of a community
like-
thing. Really,
Right.
for
And
sure.
cartoons were like one of the things you saw. Like you
They
saw,
were
like,
short.
yeah, you'd see like this crazy cartoon before the movie, you know, and it was like, cool. Oh yeah, that's pretty funny, you know? And it was like, you know, little fucking stuff like that. And, you know, Disney was like, what if people would pay to just go see a fucking movie length cartoon? And it was kind of like, I don't know. And like, there was nothing, it wasn't like a comedy. It was like this like fairy tale, you know? So it's like, ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, so a lot of people.
And if you
were
watch
like,
fucking Snow White today, like, it's not that good. I mean, it's like, obviously it was fucking revolutionary and shit. And you can see how groundbreaking it was. But like, it's not very well fucking told or anything. Like the plot is very disjointed. Like it's more like a series of like sequences than it is a coherent story.
It's respected because of what it achieved, not necessarily because of the quality of it. But that happens a lot with you know, like the pioneer of these new genres. I mean, and of course, animated films would go on to be like something that most people born, you know, now would just take for granted. Like, oh yeah, animated movies. But back then, that was like, what? You want to make a cartoon movie that's like an hour long? Like, you out of your fucking mind? Of course, Snow White was a huge success. But Walt had previously read a book on psychology. So instead of giving out bonuses to everyone, he gave out salary adjustments to certain animators who he felt did exceptional work. Some more just like merit, like you did good, bonus, but you guys, whatever. Those
I
he
love
felt,
TJ's shifty eyes.
yeah, you are shifty.
It's because
Those
I
who-
have four monitors and I'm always like looking from one to the next. So I want a Disney adult film starring The Rock. I mean, well, you know what? Raise up some money, put me in charge of Disney, and you'll get it. And I'll bring back the 2D department too. Fuck all this 3D shit. Are you guys sick of that garbage yet? Can we get some
I totally
fucking
want
real
2D to come
cartoons back?
I want real 2D, not 2D that's like supplemented by a bunch of CGI crap.
Nah, fuck all that. We're going back to hand drawn fucking shit.
Of course, they don't want to do that because it costs more money. Those we felt didn't live up to his expectations got nothing, but said if they improve, they would get bonuses on the next film. Oh, the next time around, you'll get a big bonus.
So fucking Disney's a jerk off, basically.
Yeah, he did a jerk off move. Like he was used to sharing the money. It was, you know, at first he was sharing money with people, but then he realized
but he got fucking greedy.
Yeah, of course he's looking
He
at the
got
bottom line,
fucking greedy.
and he's like, I want to keep that money for myself. Like I don't want to pay these fucking plebs. Like of course, you know, as they're building to these things, you know, he's getting more power and more influence. He's like, what the fuck should I have to give them that 20%? However, in doing so, he brought a number of workers up over $40 a week, at which that point, under the Wagner Labor Relations Act, the higher paid employees ceased being entitled to time and a half for overtime.
Oof.
Oh, so
I
it's
mean,
like,
but $40 a week back then has got to be pretty goddamn good, though. Like,
I'm sure it was. Yeah.
I mean, what year is this we're talking about? 41?
Yeah, like then early, like late 1930s.
So this is like the lead up. So we're like talking like maybe like 1938, 1939 or something.
Yeah, let's see. When did Snow White come out?
I feel like I'm always looking up inflation on this show. You just have that fucking like open because like we.
So
look it
Snow
up
White
so
was
much.
released in 1937.
Okay, so we're talking about like probably like 1938 then, because it's like the year afterwards.
Yeah, something like that.
So 1937, and then you said $40 an hour.
$40 a week.
Oh, okay, $40 a week. Okay, that's different. At least $40 an hour.
No.
Wait.
Yeah, well, the amount of
Okay,
inflation that's happened
for
since then is
$40. That's what I want to know. $40.
40 bucks.
That today. So that was $840 a week then.
Okay, so they made like, so
That's
that was
not
equivalent to making like
that's not
$3,000.
That's not
a month.
great money, but it's not terrible. But like, yeah, for being like the best at what you do, being like the top of your industry, and that's like the ceiling. That's pretty shitty.
Unfortunately, World War II cut off 40% of Disney's foreign release market, which led Disney's two following films, Pinocchio and Fantasia, to fail at the box office.
Dude, I
In
would.
return, Disney could longer afford to give the workers their bonuses, the ones that, of course, he would give out, and Walt was forced to make salary cuts. By the time these so-called salary adjustments had caused pay structure at the Disney studio to become very disorganized, many of the animators joined the Screen Cartoonist Guild, including Art Babbitt, who became one of the union leaders.
Sounds like they need one.
Yeah, Babbitt then started questioning Walt's authority and, quote, rallying his staff against him, in Walt's words. He's like, this is bullshit. You're cutting our pay. You're not. It's not fair to us, and it's very much based on Walt's personal decision. Like, if he wants to give you a bonus,
Sky, remember earlier when I told you that that Peyton failed me?
yeah.
Well, the universe has punished him for his transgressions.
Oh, what happened?
Apparently, 6 of his chickens got eaten.
Mm.
Yeah,
Peyton has
that's
chickens?
what happens, I guess. And 6 of them are dead.
The universe giveth TJ and it taketh away.
Yeah.
If only Peyton had done the episode for you.
You know what? I bet you in the universe where he fucking did what he was supposed to do, put my episode together, he'd be fine.
You know what? He
In
probably
that universe, those 6 chickens are fucking happily clucking and pecking at the fucking corn on the ground and stuff. They're having a good old time. They're still laying eggs,
And when
living
that
their
problem-
fucking best life.
When that fox or that dog, whatever killed them, shows up, Peyton's there to defend them.
Yeah,
He's like, "What's that noise?" He runs outside.
because
Weapon in hand.
because he's mentally alert and stuff.
Yeah, he's doing that episode. He's like, he hears the commotion. He runs outside. He sees the fucking dog or whatever, the fox, whatever it is, lunge or a coyote lunging for the chicken. He beats it back. He has a fucking epic like Disney like forest battle. There's like a fire raging around. Oh, he's defending the chickens. Chickens like, blah, blah, blah. They're jumping around like, Peyton, please. Peyton's beating the fucking thing back. They all survive. They all make it somehow.
Dude, it was a chupacabra.
A chupacabra. Come and take them, Peyton.
TJ will make Disney hentai. Yes. Give me control of Disney. How much did it cost to buy? How much would it really cost to buy Disney?
Oh my
Safeway does
God.
this on a retail level. I'm fighting for my proper journeyman wages because the district undercuts union workers with seniority like me by cutting the wages to apprentice wages, $2 plus less. I'm not sure I understand the comment. Scott, you get this comment?
So this on retail level. I'm fighting at my proper journeyman wages because the districts undercut union workers with seniority like me by cutting wage to apprentice wages. I think there's different wage scales. So he's saying he's being misclassified so they can pay him less. Or they rig it, or maybe it's because it's like rigged where it's like they pay people less based on that, so he's not getting paid what he should be paid.
That's fucking bullshit.
I mean, yeah, like you should. I mean, I'm not sure if I fully understand, but that's why.
Can you maybe Ignar? If you know my new Twitter, or it's not really my new Twitter, it's like an old Twitter that they just didn't take away from me, but it's like at TJ Does Health. If you could like write me a message that explains that in a little more detail, because I don't really know much about union labor shit because I've never really worked in that space.
Right.
But I am interested I am interested in how Safeway is fucking you over, though.
The final spark that started the strike was when Disney fired Babbitt, who he regarded as a troublemaker and a Bolshevik. The next day, May 28, 1941, the strike began, instigated by Sorrell and led by Babbitt. So we actually have some video of the people striking.
Okay. Wow, that is pretty crazy. I bet you didn't turn on the audio. Let's see. Damn it, we did it.
Looks so much like Disney cartoons being used for a strike. You gotta hit, you fat cat. Dude, I think they're gonna part you're really gonna like.
I can't really hear it. I can't really hear you very well over it. It's very loud.
All right, we'll just show people.
Yeah.
Let
They're
me find my
mad.
favorite part.
What is your favorite part when they fucking kick that donkey?
Here it is.
Whoa. Yeah. They don't
The
fuck around.
guillotine.
I love when they bring out the guillotine, man. It's my little dick hard.
So in turn, the strikers maintain a carnival-esque atmosphere on the picket line, using humor and artistic skills, producing signs, and at one stage carrying a mock guillotine in the march and use it to behead a mannequin of Walt Disney.
Dope.
As you see there.
Dude, these strikers kick ass.
He also receives support from other unions with the unionized staff of Technicolor, Williams, and Pathé.
Dude, you know what sucks?
Refusing to process Disney films, the leftist consumer groups. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, man. Get him. Push it down the rest of the way.
So they basically had a bunch of other unions support them.
Dude, you know what they fucking... If this shit happened today, there'd be a bunch of bitching about how, like, oh, well, they fucking were threatening violence against Walt Disney.
Oh, yeah, of course, dude.
Bunch of bullshit. Back in the day, people fucking were based. This is when men were men. Instead of fucking being all these little fucking pussy ass conservatives driving around their fake fucking pickup trucks, talk about how tough they are. Men back then were fucking socialists with guillotines that would fucking behead their boss in effigy.
Oh, that's true. The last group of people you want making signs against you. Yeah, a bunch of animators who can have exceptional drawing skills.
These guys kick ass.
During the strike, cartoonists from other studios offered support for the strikers. Cartoonists from Warner Brothers, including Chuck Jones, volunteered their cars to form a motorcade around the Disney studio.
Chuck Jones fucking rules. Chuck
it's
Jones fucking Walt Disney isn't fit to suck Chuck Jones's fucking giant fucking palooza of a cock.
And of course, it gets even worse. At one point, one early morning in the strike, Babbitt was on the picket line when he noticed Walt driving his car through the picket line and casually waving to the strikers. Offended by his boss's nonchalance attitude, Babbitt, holding up a bullhorn, announced to the strikers that the arrival of, quote, the man who believes in brotherhood for everybody but himself. He then shouted at his boss, Walt Disney, you should be ashamed of yourself. The crowd booed their boss, who became so enraged that he abruptly stopped his car, got out, and advanced on Babbitt with his hands balled into fists, only intercepted by the police. Only to be intercepted by the police.
They should have fucking loaded him up in that guillotine. Like, all right, you want to fight, bitch? Come on, man.
The strike,
Dude,
lasted for 5 weeks.
You just inspired me, though, Scotty.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking do a goddamn Chuck Jones episode.
Cool. We've been to his gallery in Santa Fe, New Mexico, which was pretty neat. Too rich for my blood to buy anything, but really interesting.
Chuck Jones fucking rules. He's fucking way better than Walt Disney, and he's gonna fucking get his day.
Until we found out that Chuck Jones was like, I don't know, supporter of genocide or
I don't
some,
fucking
or some
even
crazy
care.
shit.
You know, fucking whatever. Everyone's got their little things.
Yeah.
You know what matters though? When these motherfuckers were protesting, he lent his car. He wasn't like, he could have been like, I'm one of these higher ups too, so I need to fucking blah blah blah. No. He could have. This guy was an animation fucking legend. He's a voice acting legend. Fucking brilliant goddamn man. And he wasn't like, he could have been like, oh, well, I'm on Disney's side. Go Walt.
That's going to affect
Nah, he was on the side of the motherfuckers trying to fucking kill Disney. Good for him.
Well, labor solidarity is what it was.
Yeah, he kicks fucking ass.
The other unions around the film industry were like, fuck
this motherfucker's an American goddamn hero.
So the strike lasted 5 weeks. Towards the end, Disney accepted a suggestion by Nelson Rockefeller, then head of the Latin American Affairs Office in the State Department, that he make a tour of Latin America as a goodwill ambassador. His removal from the scene enabled passions to cool a bit, and in his absence, the strike was settled with the help of a federal mediator who found in the guild's favor on every issue. The Disney studio signed a contract and has been a union shop ever since.
Yeah, until they fired everybody.
Yeah, of course. Until they cleaned house.
I don't know. There's probably still unionized.
I think it's still. I think it's still technically unionized.
But all these all the 2D animators were fired like in the 90s or like the early 2000s or whatever the fuck.
Oh, they outsourced a bunch of their shit now, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Following the strike, irreparable damage to the psychology and mood of the studio had nevertheless been done. Before the strike, the number of employees had been about 1,200, but after it ended, it was reduced to about 694. Some estimates even go as low as 600. If you're from Disney himself, that's what he said. About 600 employees. And of course, Disney himself said that he cleaned house at our studio and got rid of the chip on their shoulder boys. And the world owes me a living, lads. Easy for rich fuck to say.
Mm-hmm.
The strike also had an impact on Walt Disney. Before the strike, he and other employees felt as if they were one big family. But during and after the strike, Walt felt betrayed. He was not really sure. He wasn't really sure he could trust anybody. He's like, how dare they actually ask for fair wages and benefits and pay?
We used to feel like one big family, but then they objected to me lodging my dick up their ass.
Now, when I could lord over you and made all your decisions and
you
just accepted
betrayed
whatever
me by not fucking taking my substandard fucking bullshit.
Well, you know for a fact that
I love
Walt
how
was,
I love how he fucking sits around feeling betrayed when his ass is the one who done wrong.
yeah, and betrayed them for years, and was probably offered many times a way out of it. And on, of course, the workers' strike, and it's like, how dare they? I was their father. What a disobedient child! They think the world owes them everything. It's like they're making you. The animators are the ones making you money, Walt. Like, look, I know Walt Disney could animate to some degree, and I'm not saying he wasn't integral to the success of his company, but all those people were too. Just because his name's on the studio door doesn't mean that they deserve any less. Walt eventually recovered for the most part, but never quite forgave the people who had been part of the strike. And that's the end, right?
No.
Nope. That's not. That's not all, folks.
This is the end. Beautiful friend.
This is
the
Herbert
end.
Sorrell, the guy we talked about.
Enlarge.
I'll unload it.
Enlarge. Too small. Cool.
One of the gentlemen who led the strike against Disney.
And he turned up dead, right?
No, but
Oh.
but Walt did testify about some stuff.
He's
for
a
him.
communist.
You already know this is going.
He's a goddamn commie.
So Walt testified to the House Un-American Activities Committee. Disney alleged that communism had played a major role in the strike, and many of the participants were blacklisted, of course, because they were thought to be communist, including Art Heineman, the art director on Fantasia, who was considered management. He went on strike in sympathy and in solidarity with the animators, and was subsequently fired and blacklisted. His name was removed from Fantasia's credits, even though, of course, he worked on it. And now we have Walt Disney himself testifying before the House Un-American Activities Committee.
Well, I always knew that no good son of a bitch was a fucking commie.
Films, a good many years ago.
Let's talk about just licensing
they
films
bought
to Russia.
For labor, that it was just a matter of an election to prove that Sorrell didn't have the majority.
Okay,
and
let's go about here.
Of them not wanting to go with Sorrell, and they had heard that I was going to sign with Sorrell, and they said that they wanted an election to prove that Sorrell didn't have the majority, and I said I had a right to demand an election. So when Sorrell came, I demanded an election.
Walt on the side of the little guy. Oh, these evil labor organizers. How
Yeah,
dare
they tried to hornswoggle a bunch of my boys a few years back, and
I can't believe it.
you know, these commies, they're insidious. They are, you know.
Oh man, they're totally evil, dude. Of
They're
course.
out there trying to agitate, trying to turn workers against their bosses, even when they're getting a fair shake.
Yeah,
I
they think the
understand
world
there
owes
might
them
be
something.
some bad bosses out there in the world, but I always done right by my boys. But this
Sorrell
communist
wanted-
agitated them,
Oh yeah, you
turned them
actually-
against me with their
Yeah.
communist poison.
that he claimed were the majority, but the other side had claimed the same thing. And I told Mr. Sorrell that there's only one way for me to go, and that was an election, and that's what the law had set up. The National Labor Board was for that purpose, and he laughed at me, and he said that he used the Labor Board as it suited his purposes.
So basically saying like, look, we just want to unionize. Just let us unionize. And then Walt Disney going, let's vote on it then. Look, that's what the law says. It's like you just saw the protesters. It was pretty clear that the majority of people working at that company wanted to be
No.
unionized.
No, that's not what happened, Scotty.
I mean, they literally had time to fucking build a fucking.
They were scared and intimidated into
effigy
thinking
of-
they wanted to unionize, but really they didn't.
an effigy of Walt Disney that gets a guillotine.
They just wanted to be good. They just wanted to do right by Walt Disney.
my boys who I'd care dearly about, but not enough to actually give them a fair shake.
He had lost some election. He'd been sucker enough to go for that Labor Board ballot. He lost some election, I can't remember the name of the place, by one vote.
Yeah, I wonder why he lost the vote. I'm sure it wasn't rigged by the giant companies going against him.
It took him 2 years to get it back. And he said he would strike, and that was his weapon. He said,
Yeah, what other weapon do
Sickening.
laborers have?
He said he would strike, and that was his weapon, and he turned you know, they struck, and they derailed my business, because that's what communists do. They just want all us hard-working Americans to be desperate, destitute, on the streets, crying.
The trade sharpened, and I couldn't stand the ridicule or the smear of a strike. And I told him as a matter of principle with me that I couldn't go on working with my boys feeling I had sold them down the river to him on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
yeah.
He
I
sold
just
them down the
did-
river to people that wanted to be unionized.
If I was to let them boys strike, I'd be selling them out.
Yeah.
What?
What? Yeah, this is like such a head scratcher, and it's like literally talking about labor organizers if they're like just the enemy of just like the enemy of the people they represent, even though these people all voted to be unionized, and there's a history of strike breaking in this country, throwing up every obstacle. We see it today. It's like Starbucks closing unionized stores. Oh, there's a leak or something, so this store's closed. Or, you know, if you even talk about unionizing, going into stores like Dollar General. I read this great article about how they just like told the employees like, well, you'll have no job. We'll close the store down. You have nothing. It's like, yeah. So, I mean, but it's for their benefit because we treat you guys so well. We as a giant company, we have unlimited power. You as the worker have no power. A fair arrangement if there ever was one.
Finally.
So. And he laughed at me and told me that.
Yeah, he
He
laughed at you
laughed.
because you're
He
ridiculous.
laughed maniacally and he said,
Hell-
Walt Disney,
I love
will
Joseph Stalin and
destroy
Vladimir Lenin.
you, and I will destroy your workers by forcing them to strike against you, even though they totally don't want to.
Please, Walt, we don't want fair labor. We don't want fair labor. We don't value for our labor. Please. Fuck us out of more bonuses. Thanks, Walt.
That I was naive,
You betcha.
foolish. He said, you can't stand this strike, that I'll smear you and I'll make a dust bowl out of your place if I choose to.
I didn't hear that last.
He said he'd make a dust bowl out of my plant. And I
He'd
told him
make a
I'd be
dust
able to do
bowl
it.
out of my plant.
You might be able to do all that, but I'd have to
I have a
stand.
plant. It's a fern.
Well, the result was that he struck.
I want to turn it into a dust bowl.
I believed at that time that Mr. Sorrell was a communist because of all the things that I had heard and had seen his name appearing on many of the Commie Front things. And when he pulled the strike, the first people to smear me and put me on the unfair list were all of the Commie Front organizations.
Don't you love this dude?
Mhm,
He's literally
mhm.
blacklisting these people from the entertainment industry right now. Literally,
Well,
fucking.
it turns out all my enemies are communists.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
like-
craziest goddamn thing.
And this is in 1947. This is like years later. So Walt fucking carried this torch for a long time.
He's like, I'll get my comeuppance against you, you son of a bitch.
You're
you
a
thought- you think
damn
you
dirty
safe?
commie.
You think you safe, motherfucker? You ain't safe, bitch. I'm gonna
And
get you.
to be honest with you, that's not even all the horrible shit Disney's
I mean,
done.
of course, Disney's done way
We
worse
could-
shit.
I mean, there's plenty of modern stuff they have done. One of the things I saw that was particularly kind of disgusting was Disney merchandise and how it was like, let's put it this way. People have heard that in places like China, they have, sweatshops, right? Even
Yeah.
by the loose standards of Chinese law that regulates this, which is literally like people have been worked to death, and China's like, even Chinese authorities were like, the practices of Disney sweatshops were like abhorrent to them. Let's put it that way. Disney is a fucked up evil corporation, which is kind of ironic because they try to sell this image of like love and joy and everyone's special. Like going back to their fucking founder, piece of shit, labels everyone against him a communist. By the way, talking about Herbert Sorrell, was never any evidence he was a communist. He was a labor organizer.
Yeah, there was.
He was painted
Think
as a
about it.
Bolshevik, basically like painted as someone like Walt Disney is like the Tsar, and he's the fucking goddamn Bolshevik coming to break down the gates to the fucking whatever the palace in Russia is to fucking overthrow the government, simply for asking for fair wages for fair labor. Oh, guys, that's what I have for evil corporations. There's no end in sight for this. This could probably be an ongoing series.
Nah, this is
till
the
the end of
last one.
time.
I mean, this is not the first one you did. You've
Yeah.
done this before.
Yeah, we've done this once before, but it was like years and years ago.
It wasn't that long ago. It was like
I
5
think-
minutes ago.
5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's like they were almost done, TJ. Hey guys, want to come join us on the Grease Trap? We're about to do that on our Patreon in a little bit here.
Yeah.
And you're gonna talk some fucking shit to each other probably because we're lazy fucks and we're like, God, I gotta do more shit. I gotta do more talking, more thinking. Ugh, disgusting. Anything else to add to that, TJ?
The only thing I want to say is that I'm God. Scotty has done this multiple times. Yeah. But whatever.
No, I've actually looked it up. I've only done it once before. Maybe it was done in a tertiary way, but as far as under the evil corporation thing,
I remember this being
second.
like the 8th, 9th time this has happened.
It's not, you're such a fucking liar, TJ.
No, I'm pretty sure it's about the 8th, 9th time.
All right, then you pull me up 8 examples and we'll discuss it on the Grease Trap.
I mean, that's not my job to do. No, come on, that's not. My
You're so fucking full of shit, TJ. All
I
right,
don't
TJ,
know
the
about
final word
that.
is yours before we go.
Chrysanthemum.
Brilliant. Bye.
You stole my word.